we are going to be bringing you guys LaSh versus Scatterbrained here. And right away, something that we do see, or rather we do see a lot of prevalence of, it is water maps. We get Archipelago, Holy Island, Kalogger, and arguably Frisian Marshes. Just any map where there was just a little speck of water, these players chose.
We like boats, you know? So.
I like a good fish like just as much as the next person, right? So it's good protein, it's relatively cheap depending on the region, and just overall
good vitamins.
Yeah, very good vitamins. But we're going to be jumping right into it because this game has already been just running a little bit. So we're just going to be very quickly jumping through it just in order to catch up to a live game because we want you guys live here in the action, not behind doors. So we're just going to do a little bit of a speedy cast through here at the moment, as we do have LaSh here in the color blue playing as the Chinese, on the other side Scatterbrained in the color yellow playing as the Byzantines here on Dry Arabia. This is a best of 5 now, so no longer will we have those 2-0 quick victory sets here at all. Imperial Academy coming in, 4 villagers on that. No IO opening here from LaSh as is standard. On the other side, Scatterbrained is opening us up here with the Grand Winery, so we're not gonna get a Hippodrome build here in from him. Age up completes, and we are most likely just going to be seeing that forward pro scout play coming in. Second cistern coming up for Scatterbrained. Already has the resources for the next cistern as well. That is going to be coming up next as well. So already cistern level 3 looking quite good there for him. Archery range now from LaSh is going to start us off with some archers before the pro scout, even ending in the barracks before the stable. So looks like he's just going to be going for some straight up aggression before transitioning into the pro scout play. Also having an outpost here coming up from Scatterbrained is going to be able to protect those berries very nicely with that. Barracks stable now coming in as well in order to counter out the archers, but we'll need something else as well, as there is already a barracks out there as well.
The real reason we're speeding up is because Crackety's just very excited to get to the water games after this. So 6.5 minutes in now. Looks like it's gonna be pretty aggressive. A lot of aggression here on the side as LaSh move around. Take a look at the gold and is gonna walk right back around. 4 cisterns up now.
So the economy is looking quite nicely here for Scatterbrained. Hasn't really taken any damage. We're now also starting to see some walls coming off for him on the side there. And oh my god, that wall is going to protect not just the deer on his side, but also the double berry spot that he's got in the back there. That is an excellent spawn there for him. The gold also going to be protected. So with such a nice spawn, Scatterbrained definitely has to be very tempted of just trying to go for the castle age transition here behind this. Only 1 villager going down here from that raid with the horsemen, so able to keep most of them alive. LaSh now also moving forward with his archers. And I do believe that we are now going to be caught up to the game. So now we can stop. Yeah, welcome to real time. This is the real in real time strategy.
Is this the real life? I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna sing. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, real time. That wall. Like that wall, man. That is. You know, sometimes you get a spawn where things just line up so perfectly, where you can just wall a couple walls here, a couple walls there, and it just becomes this really, really tough fortress to get into. And those 3 wood lines are doing so much, and they're just in like a great spot. Like, he needs those walls. If he didn't have those walls there, it'd be like whatever. But with where his town center's at and just where the walls are placed and the way he's kind of built his base around it, man, such great value.
LaSh is going to have to be quite careful now, because this is a perfect spawn now for Scatterbrained to go into this fast castle age, or rather, well, not a fast castle age, we're past 10 minutes now, but into this castle age transition here. And yeah, it's very hard for LaSh to punish this, so instead he might just have to go for his own castle age behind this, but it looks like he's still reinvesting, even some more horsemen, more archers coming out from his side. Scatterbrained, though, still has his horsemen out on the move, so reinforcements are going to have to be careful from LaSh, could get caught off, and also the villagers in the wood line
I'm straight for the wood
a little
bills.
Exposed here.
It's a surround. 1 goes down. 2.
Got 2,
maybe 3. Maybe a 4th even.
Maybe even 4?
No, he's going to back out. Well, 3 for not a single unit lost. You take that every day. And there is a castle. I would say 11 minutes isn't a fast castle, but it sure ain't a slow castle.
I'm surprised that we're getting a ram here. I'm wondering what the ram is for the wall or for the 1 outpost, because LaSh, in theory, has more than enough units to just torch that 1 outpost down.
It does seem like a strange investment of wood. There it goes. I guess he's looking at the wall, saying, I want to get through.
Yeah, That wall definitely needed the ram to go through, but now with the age up in, LaSh, he's gonna have to feel really, really pressured. Exile's also coming in for Scatterbrained, so the villagers are gonna have some extra survivability. And we do have the upgrade. Veterancy is gonna be coming in for the Longbowman next, as well as the +2 pierce damage. Longbows showing themselves. There aren't that many Longbows out yet, only 10. Doesn't have enough olive oil for the next batch yet.
I was wondering if he's gonna do enough chip damage to hit that in 2 shots with the ram, but not quite enough.
There we go. Ram is now gonna be pushing through. Osman still trying to do some damage on the backside.
Ram's going for that outpost now. Yeah, looking at it, but limits there.
LaSh instead gonna go for the deer there. Villagers in the back there that are now running away from the army that's chasing after him.
Oh, they're too slow.
And is there a gate? There is a gate. It's just now coming up. Villagers trying to speed build that, but the horsemen, they're gonna jump ahead.
A body block.
They're gonna body block him. They run away.
Oh, he lets him away.
They let him through.
He lets him slip through his fingers. He had him on a silver platter and let them go. Oh, that has to feel so bad if you're LaSh. He had them.
Unfortunate there for him. More spearmen coming through. Just on top of the horsemen here.
And call those guys Houdini. I cannot believe they snuck out of that.
Am is now running around again. Scatterbrained going for some cataphracts here. He's out of food completely. He's actually completely pinched. There's no food income from him at all. TC, there's nothing garrison, so no additional damage coming out from the TC here at all right now. He's just gathering gold, but no food at all. He does have the market, could potentially buy something. TC completely idled out as well. Nothing happening there. Longbows doing a great job, though, of sniping out the archers. The archers from LaSh not focusing the Longbowmen.
Cataphract.
The villagers actually just did an entire loop around in order to get back on top of the deer. Okay, what happened there? LaSh's entire army just kind of flopped to a couple of cataphracts.
Yep, cataphracts got onto the archers and just picked them off little by little. Man, what a turn of events. I feel like that really did not turn out well for LaSh for how good of a wraparound he had there. That felt like he lost an incredible opportunity. Just slipped right by him.
Yeah, that felt like it should have been like a checkmate moment there in that situation, but turns out it wasn't. And now Scatterbrained, sure, he lost a lot of villagers. He's behind a lot in economy, but he still has a level 5 Cistern economy. He does have the Golden Horn Tower just pumping out units for him non-stop. He's got cataphracts that are still alive. And now he's got the opportunity to start taking some of the relics off the map.
Yeah, I think honestly, looking at the destroyed value, looking at the villagers killed, 8 to 4, he's down a little bit of eco. I wonder if there's maybe a little bit of idle time in there as well.
Fine, yeah.
But otherwise, like, yeah, he can easily, with the cisterns making up the difference, I would not be too worried.
LaSh, he's recommitting yet again. Wants to still take the fight here.
Horseman getting onto the archers, trying to wrap around.
Spearman also going for the engagement. Archers on archers. Scatterbrained doesn't quite have the mass here in order to really take these fights.
That was a
LaSh
great
does notice that.
Cataphract's getting some damage on the horseman.
Through the gate again. Gate's still down. The wall is down.
Gone. He's just running into the corner. There's nowhere to go.
But the spearmen all pretty much taken down. The longbows hiding back, able to take them down quickly enough. One more cataphract looks to be going down. The remaining cataphracts are going to be strong enough. The archers, they need to focus down onto the longbowmen here instead. Instead, they're all gone. Gonna let the cataphracts kill them.
Yeah, they can't do enough damage. It's just paper cuts to these heavy units with so much health.
LaSh behind us, though, is going to now opt for his own age up. Just needs a little bit more gold. Has a ton of food in the bank behind this.
Yeah, Scatterbrained is starving. He's only got 160 a minute right now. Only sitting on 137 food. He is just so food hungry. Spermano Clock Tower now coming up. And the deer for LaSh, there should still be plenty of them alive. Or, well, not alive, but like available to him underneath the mill. Yeah, Scatterbrained, though, is starting to bring back some relics. Yeah, he needs every bit of resources he can get. He is feeling the pinch. He's got 500 food now, but man, when you're trying to mass up the military and be in Castle Age and use that tech advantage as an advantage, being food starved is not helpful. Oh, the scouts finding the villagers on the gold there.
as they do take away the deer from Scatterbrained. And Spearman should be able to hold against the Cataphracts here if the archers like body block, or rather tank up a little bit of the damage here. Because Cataphracts are still like kind of filthy with how much damage they can deal. But the archers don't tank here, so the Spearmen, they're a little bit exposed. They're gonna get taken down.
Cataphracts are like the one lifeline Scatterbrained has. They're getting a lot of value out of those. In come the Lancers, though.
Lancers aren't like that great against the Cataphracts, and Scatterbrain's still actively making them. His food count, his food income has stabilized now as well. So LaSh, all of this failed aggression and all of the destruction value that Scatterbrained got off just killing LaSh's military over and over again when LaSh just kind of like threw them blindly at him. It's starting to build up.
Felt so spooky too.
Now coming in as well.
He gets all 5. He could get all 5. The 5th one's
he's going to. Yeah. And the issue is, like, that is also a lot of passive olive oil now for Scatterbrained. He's going to be able to just make even more longbows now as a follow-up. Wololo coming in.
That Wololo.
Upgrades on the archers, the knights, also low health. Just too many Cataphracts here. LaSh not able to trade out his army effectively at all.
Yeah, but Scatterbrained's done a really good job of using these Cataphracts. He's lost a couple along the way here, and there looks like there was 3 that he lost, but the amount of damage he's been able to inflict with them. I mean, a lot of that is just because LaSh threw his military to the wind.
Yeah.
I mean,
still 1 berry spot remaining. Yeah, I believe Scatterbrained also has some units here on the boar, on LaSh's boar on the right-hand side. Just waiting there for LaSh to eventually have to go to that boar. I'm not sure if it's like a Landsknechte. It would be funny if that's a Landsknechte, because he's got some. I don't think that's a Landsknecht there on the boar waiting. Actually, it is. 3 Landsknecht. Imagine if LaSh just goes out there and tries to go for the boar.
A massacre as much as I do right now. I love when Landsknecht get to do that. What a fun trap.
Why does LaSh have so many stables inside of his base? That's a lot. For someone that's not actively producing that much. We're starting to see some walls coming out now from him.
Five relics.
4 stable knight production is quite something.
Landsknecht doing their thing. Yeah, these Lancers really can't even get home even.
Yeah. The bonus damage on the longbows as well just means that they're able to penetrate even through the armor. And now Scatterbrained once again with the Cataphracts inside of the economy here.
He just walked
LaSh
right
hasn't
past
reacted to it yet. He's gonna go for the berries, but there's nothing on the berries yet.
There's nothing back there. He could
LaSh
have gotten so
eventually
much value.
will want to go on the berries, but
well, here's the thing:
there's nothing there yet.
LaSh has. Okay, LaSh does know they're in the base. He is sending stuff back there into the corner.
Scatterbrained behind this. He's got so much food to play with as well. LaSh. He needs some dynasty in order to start building some granaries. So he needs a Barbican at some point. He's still ahead when it comes to the eco count, but with 5 relics, the actual income is definitely in favor of Scatterbrained here.
Oh man, Scatterbrained sent those Cataphracts to those berries just a couple seconds too soon, because now in come the Vills onto those berries for LaSh. This is one of those things where it's like right idea, just mistimed a little bit. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
These Lancers, I don't think, are they going to make it out of the base? I just think those Longbows are just putting out way too much damage. They're gone.
Yeah, and that's even with the +2 Pierce armor. It's just not enough. And there we go. Barbican of the Sun now coming in for LaSh. Crossbow's at least going to do a good job here of cleaning up those couple of Cataphracts that are inside the base. But LaSh, he really is going to need a lot of food now. So the farm transition can't come in quickly enough with the granaries. But even with them, like, you're definitely like on a big timer here. Actually, not big. It's a small big timer. It's a very big clock, but it's not a lot of time remaining on it.
A small big timer. Today's Oxymoron has been brought to you by Crackety. All of those Landsknecht are still sitting on that board, just waiting. I don't know if they're actually going to get the kills that Scatterbrained hopes for, but I do love that he left them there.
This is a small big time rush here now. The Cataphract mass just also keeps increasing, and It's just so brutal when you see the amount of longbows and you just know your opponent hasn't spent a single food, gold, or wood on that. It's all just the olive oil working for him.
It's at this point, like, the build numbers are in favor of LaSh, but I feel like the economy is in favor of Scatterbrained. All 5 relics, getting sacred sites in, and he's got level 5 cisterns. I mean, man, he's not really wanting for a whole lot right now.
Yeah.
Heck, in a minute or two, he could just go up to Imperial.
He could. He definitely could. We do have the granaries finally coming in for LaSh, though, so should have some good farm transition here coming up, and that's, yeah, second granary coming in. Already has enough wood for the last granary as well. With that, the full farm transition. The issue behind that, though, is that he needs to make something happen soon, because if he gives Scatterbrained too much time, as you mentioned, it's just going to be Imperial Age from him. And without any relics, like, you're not going to be in a great position here. I like the idea of going Horsemen here for LaSh, just because it's much easier to invest into than Knights. And he's also going to be faster in the Cataphract, so maybe with that he could go for some raids, he could maybe try and get the Longbows out of position and then collapse on them. These are the kind of things, but the stars would really need to align here for LaSh in order to make something happen in this game. He has a lot of resource to play with, though. He just actually needs to play.
He needs to find a good fight, and it's really hard to do given the composition that Scatterbrained has. Well, I just keep thinking back to the earlier part of this game where LaSh had a really good golden opportunity even, and it just slipped by, like just a little bit of missed micro, and this game is on a bit better a little bit of micro in that point. Like if you just hadn't missed micro that one spot, this game could be on a whole different trajectory right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Behind the still, the Longbow mass just keeps escalating more and more, and I feel like if we get the age up in from Scatterbrained, those Longbows, they're going to become just absolutely unbeatable. If you go up with the foreign industries, you're going to unlock the volley ability, where the Longbow attack speed just becomes massive for just a limited duration, and in that time, you can kill so many of the crossbows of your opponent. Also, with this many Longbows, you can split your crossbow, like your Longbow mass, into 2 and just have 2 individual groups of Longbows killing the crossbows at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not sure at what point I call it a critical mass of longbows, but I do know one thing. Once you get above 49, you definitely have it. 50 longbows is just ridiculous. And to boot, he's got 15 Cataphracts on top of that.
I suppose are forcing him back, and now the foreign engineering company is going to be coming in. With that, all the foreign industry technologies are going to activate, so the Landsknecht are going to get more movement speed, the Longbows are going to...
I think there's villagers on the board now, finally.
They are.
Oh, no, it's Horsemen. Okay, nope, Landsknecht.
They cleaned up the Landsknecht, yeah. Could have been worse. Now, LaSh isn't too far off his own potential age up, but... like, where is he even gonna, like, age up? Like, I feel like he needs to secure gold somehow.
I mean, he is China, but taxes alone won't be enough, for sure. Not if he really wants to have a convincing Imperial Age play. Well, rip to those Landsknechts. Doing there what they could.
There it is, Imperial Age has been reached. LaSh now. What's the answer going to be? He's messed up some more knights. But we are getting elite on the Cataphracts, elite on the mercenaries, and elite, or rather veterancy, on the Limitani now. I think LaSh still has a timing to like kill some villagers here. He's still very far ahead in the economy department, like overall villager-wise.
This decap is actually really huge. I know it's only been down for about a minute, but just keeping that away from your opponent, not only just stopping the timer, but as we've said a couple times today on this stream, make sure that gold income isn't more than it needs to be for your opponent. Denying any gold that you can get. Yeah, it's already a lot with 5 relics. You don't need him to have 3 sacred sites on top of that. I mean, that's like almost an extra 20 villagers, it feels like. Yeah, at the very least, stopping that timer helps him give more time to get into Imperial Age and maybe find a way to leverage what China can do. Because China is really good in Imperial Age. One problem is, so is Byzantines.
64 longbowmen now, all elite up as well.
I don't know if there's any stopping that.
He can't really invest into... yeah, he can't even invest into Palace Guards at this point in time. Like, the longbows are just downright a counter now to the Palace Guards with all of the damage that they have.
They're about to get their +3. And once it's just getting university upgrades on that as well, I mean, these things are just insane. And even with the nest of bees, it's like they can almost just start one-shotting nest of bees when you got 64 of them.
The issue for LaSh is that he's gonna have to age up inside of his base, and he can't go for the Great Wall Gatehouse on top of one of the 8k golds, which is where he would want to put it, but he can't. There's just no option to do so, and there it is. Great Wall Gatehouse is going to be coming in inside of his own base, just as a defensive landmark here in order to keep the food safe. No other option for him really right now.
And at a pretty crucial timing here, as Scatterbrained has decided to hit the go button and send it right as LaSh is aging up. This could not be any worse timing for LaSh. That said, Scatterbrained probably could
to enter
go
the base.
past the mills. We don't need to worry about those guys. Those mills aren't doing anything.
Yeah, lumber mills don't really hurt that much.
Get the production buildings, guys, not the mills. Come on.
It's time to get the houses. That is actually not a bad thing. Just houses in general, they go down quite quickly, and you actually do have an impact. Incendiaries now in as well.
That's what he was waiting for. Okay,
yeah, that's quite critical. Now the archers are able to take down the houses as well. And the production buildings. And anything in between.
Just deleting building health right there. I mean, just
he's getting silk bowstrings as well. He's going to get all the range on the Longbows. And Longbows already have a lot of range. It's going to start turning a little bit profane now.
This is just getting ridiculous. 74 longbows.
64 to 109 military.
There's no coming back from this.
Not really. If we're honest here, there's no real way to come back from the situation. 79 longbows, like, you would need 79 horsemen to beat that. And even then, you would need upgrades that LaSh just doesn't have at the moment.
Maybe if you get to age 5, you can launch an intercontinental ballistic missile, and maybe then you can, bring it back. That's about what it would take here, because with these longbows, I mean, goodness.
They can just blot out the sun with the fire arrows. The longbows just took down the nest of bees there. With the silk bowstrings, they have more range, or like similar range, to the nest of bees. 8.5 tiles. And the nest of bee, how much tiles of range does it have? 7. Yeah, it outranges the nest of bees by a good margin.
Yeah.
It's just... LaSh doesn't have anything to fall back onto.
There's nothing you can do here. Byzantines, man, what a civ.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe mass palace guards, but the upgrades are just missing. Like if he had elite army tactics and like the bonus health upgrade on the palace guards, then it's like a maybe, because you're actually able to like pretty quickly surround the longbows, and with the bonus health you're able to survive for a good amount of time against them. Yeah, that's just LaSh doesn't have the gold for that.
No, and that's been the problem. He's got like the one gold vein down in the corner, but just not enough to keep up. Well, he's lost all the relics. He doesn't have any sacred sites. Your opponent's just near base. At this point, LaSh is just processing this loss, probably thinking ahead of what to do for next time. That's just a matter of
you can't lose any relics if you never had them to begin with.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why Scatterbrained is moving back right now. I'm not sure if he just wants the game to go on longer. Just like tilt his opponent a little bit. Let him really come to terms with the situation that he's in.
Playing some mind games here. Well, maybe he figures if he wins hard enough now, it counts towards 2 or something. The funny thing is, this is actually the worst thing he could do, because if you just sit back and let Chinese sit for a while, there's a world where they could maybe make something happen.
Yeah. I alluded to it earlier, like, legitimately, if he gets up to, like, 50, 60 palace guards, which is, like, pretty realistic with China and their crazy food economy, with elite army tactics, like, he could surround the army and, like, actually kill the longbows fairly quickly.
Would hate to see a game lost due to hubris. 74 longbows. I mean, he's
starting to amass a good amount of resources again.
He should just go recapture the other sacred sites as well and just really put the extra pressure on. Just make every win condition available.
Oh, he's gonna take a fight. Actually, he also has, like, very little wood behind this. Now, landmark's gonna go down. Just invest into bombard emplacement as well.
He's got a couple wood lines left, but not really on that right now. I think his main focus is he's trying to get golden food.
Yeah.
He's got food, but he's trying to get the gold to match to make the units he needs.
does have gold, he's just not really doing anything with it.
He doesn't have like anything in the queue right now.
He's positioning his nest of bees inside of the wood line. Might want to take a fight around that. Play a little bit with the line of sight there.
It's kind of crazy watching that Palisade gate just get melted.
Just by arrows.
It's just something to behold. Fire arrows.
We're getting a lot of hand cannoneers and pyrotechnics as well. So it's gonna have some hand cannoneers with more range. The issue is,
it doesn't trade well.
Sure, your hand cannoneers are gonna have more range, but they're still not gonna have nearly as much range as these longbows. And we do have some nest of bee shots coming in. Not a single longbow goes down. Instead, we sometimes see the nest of bees just getting killed quickly by a volley or two.
He may have a bunch of nested bees, but these longbows are looking a lot like a giant fly swatter.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to comment on right now.
No,
right?
there really isn't. The game's over. The game is over. Scatterbrained literally throws this one away. The game's just kind of done. We're just in the motions right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's also just banking up resource behind this. 6,000 food, 2,500 gold.
If anything, I'm wondering why he hasn't, like, pushed in a little harder.
He definitely could. He's also getting, like, 700 olive oil per minute. He's now investing into more royal cannons.
Yeah, get more siege. You run the risk of being too passive. It definitely feels like a man playing not to lose.
Yeah, he could definitely play to win, though.
Yeah, I agree. This definitely speaks of like very cautious, like very methodical. You run the risk of being too cautious in the games like this, though. And I get it, because the last thing you want to do when you're in a position that's this far up is to throw the game. Nothing feels worse.
Yeah, LaSh is now going to try and want to go for some raids here, but once again, we do see the fight coming in, and the longbows, they're just going to be aiming for those nest of bees.
Well,
there we go, volleys coming in, and just like that, look at the volleys. The attack speed.
Man, that's just disgusting. And it's crazy when these units are firing and it's almost a whole screen's worth of distance that they're shooting. Well, then here's the tricky thing with Byzantines. You got all those mangonel towers in the back, so even if you get into the base, you're just getting chipped away as well. You're not going to find a lot of value.
Sacred sites have now all been captured up as well. So even if Scatterbrained doesn't, like, kill LaSh, he will eventually still win.
He's got a win condition. And that's kind of, that's what I was trying to say earlier, too, is like, yeah, like, he needs to go capture those. If he's got the map, go take them. That way, if at worst you can't break this egg, you can at least fall back and defend on your own.
Oh, it's a keep-on-keep play. Oh, LaSh. The ground was already busy with, or rather, was already prepared for Scatterbrained's keep, so his keep gets cancelled instead, and he doesn't realize. He's about to lose a lot of villagers there. Not that it really matters at this point. Still gonna hurt, though.
It'll just, you know, speed things along. It'd be the humane thing to do, you know, just end it now. Yeah, I think the Cataphract. He's making sure, though, that LaSh cannot get away.
Yeah.
I keep thinking back to those two throne fights from LaSh, where he just dove the base.
The wall on the left side is also open because of the stone mine that has been gathered up, so he's going to have to repair that now.
How different would this game have looked had 8 or 9 of those villas been trapped by LaSh and destroyed?
Oh, he could have killed more than that.
Like, yeah, it would have been more, too.
Like 15, 16 villas easily.
It would have been a huge blow.
I believe he clicked on the other side, and the horsemen like went back because they were trying to path around.
Ah, such a like one click. Is one click the difference in this game? I mean, it very well could be.
Might have just been. Yeah.
That's insane.
LaSh once again is going into mass horsemen. He does have a good amount of them out there already. I just fear that it's the upgrades that is missing. We do have the bombards now starting to fire onto the Great Wall Gatehouse. And LaSh, he feels like he needs to take a fight, which arguably he does, but it's just no upgrades on them. He doesn't have any university upgrades on these horsemen. He's trying to circle around now, trying to attack from many different angles here. And cannoneers and crossbows trying to stay at the front, but now volleys coming in again. That's a lot of shots now coming out very, very quickly here from Scatterbrained, but the bombards have all been cleaned up. But it's still just not enough. There's more horsemen coming in, but there's still enough cataphracts. Actually, a lot of cataphracts have been cleaned up. But still, it's 10,000 food and bank from Scatterbrained. Sure, maybe LaSh
surely he doesn't throw this, right?
Doesn't win this fight, but like comes out even. He's still not gonna like really push him back here.
You sound nervous.
Nah, I'm not. I'm looking at the food bank, which just went down by 5,000. I see the queue, and I'm like, okay, yeah, Scatterbrained. Just give him like
gonna have us back again.
20 seconds, and he's gonna be back to 200 out of 200 army population.
Yeah, by the time LaSh could even get half across the map, it'd be over again. 200. Well, that really is kind of the strategy in these late games, right? Is it's a meat grinder, and it wasn't here for a bit, and so Scatterbrained was just getting a bank up. But now at this point, now it's just a meat grinder, and whoever runs out of resources first just loses. And unfortunately for LaSh, he just does not have the production capability to bring this ass back again. Yeah. Scatterbrained immediately back to 2 Royal Bombards as well. And now we're even seeing a switch up into Varangian Guards as well. We're seeing Berserking and Elite coming in for Scatterbrained. And that means that the Varangian Guards are going to move at like lightning speed there. LaSh is just sending out a lot of villagers, wants to secure the 8k gold vein with a keep of his own. Are those towers going to be in range? Those are Mangonel towers, I believe.
Yeah, they're gonna be... Wait, yeah, it's one...
Nope, they're in range.
Mangonel outpost.
Oh, but
they're gonna be in range. It's hitting the keep, so... The villagers aren't going to be able to gather. He's going to be able to get the keep up, but he's not going to be able to gather there. He's going to need a siege workshop first. SFB emplacements. They're not really doing that much damage. They've been nerfed nowadays.
Yeah,
nowadays it's actually just an SFB on top of a gate. That's just kind of sad. Damage isn't what it used to be.
If LaSh gets access to gold... I'm just trying to think, like, is there any way he can bring this back? Scatterbrained has been very passive, but the bank is just so huge on his side.
LaSh is a fighter through and through. He always says that he doesn't want to like surrender games ever in like tournaments, and we can kind of like see it here. This is a done deal though. And now with all the villagers going down, that's so much gold actually just going over to Scatterbrained. Look at that, every single villager just 30, 30, 30 gold.
LaSh sent those out to go gather gold for him, and instead all they've become is a sacrifice of gold for his opponent. There's irony in that, I think.
There is. Most definitely is. And LaSh, he's just spread so thinly. He can't even remake villagers because, well, guess what? The TC has been killed like 10 minutes ago.
The tricky thing with China is they just have so many landmarks, so getting that actual killing blow is not as easy as it would be for any other civ.
That's what the Sacred Victory win condition is for. I'm actually surprised, though, that it's actually coming down to the Sacred Victory condition and not just LaSh tapping out 20 minutes ago.
You said it yourself. He's a fighter.
He is.
41, 42 down. Destroyed vills. Make that 43 and 44. Hard to win a game when you've only killed 12 and lost 44.
Here comes the bombards again.
And if I'm Scatterbrained, I'd be thinking about reinforcing those sacred sites right about now. Because if LaSh has been able to duke out this long...
He's got to keep on every single one of them. He just hasn't stonewalled in the right-hand side.
Well, if LaSh decides to send a bunch of knights, he can at least... I mean, with his military, he could theoretically decap one.
Ooh, the Great Wall Gatehouse now been taken down. LaSh once again tries to take engagement, but he's only down to 40 military here. That is not enough to take the fight. It has to be. Nest of Bees getting sniped as well. Nothing remaining here, and that has got to be GG. Game number 1 is going to be going over here to the Byzantines, played by Scatterbrained. That means that he is going to be needing at least 2 more games, 2 more victories in order to win this set. But man, that is Actually, the military value lead, I can't believe that was... Does that count olive oil? I kind of refuse to believe that it was only towards the end where Scatterbrained was ahead. There used to be a bug where olive oil units just downright didn't get counted by the UI into like military value.
Maybe. Yeah, definitely shows like he was definitely ahead for a lot longer than that. That military value lead doesn't look like it really tells a true story what's going on here. I think the economy count gives you a better idea, honestly.
Yeah, definitely does.
I mean, one click I think was the difference in this game. I really think it was that one click of letting those bills
I agree with you. Yeah.
Which is an incredible thing to say, that one click, one misclick in this game could cost the whole round right there. I mean, that's because he had 16 vills like ready to be body blocked right then, right there, with a huge mass of high DPS units ready to go to town, and let them slip by accident. And I think you're right. I think he clicked past the wall with those horsemen, and they just kind of scattered and let the vills run past them. And I think that little slip up is what really ultimately cost LaSh's first game here, because otherwise that could have been devastating.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? Like when you look at the overall strategy as well, like it was a very off-meta strategy from LaSh that he tried to go for here with like a Chinese feudal age all-in up against the Byzantines. Not something that we typically see. Typically, it's more like, okay, China, they try and eke out a lead early on with some harassment here and there, and then they just like try to follow up in the age, mass knights and mass knight archers, and just try and take it from there. That didn't happen this game at all. He went very gung-ho in the feudal age. Even went for a ram, which honestly didn't really achieve much. I'm not sure if that was like really like
a wall fast, I guess.
Yeah, but Torches could have even done that quicker, I want to say. So it was an interesting play. I'm not sure that it was like really necessary at all.
It almost worked well.
Like, it almost worked, not because of the ram, but because he managed to like pick off, like almost surround the villagers there.
Oh man, that was so close.
Yeah. After that as well, like he went for the astronomical clock tower instead of the academy, which could have just like given him a lot of vision and like seen, if he had seen like where the villagers were, for example, maybe could have opened up different like raiding and like additional raiding approaches. I think it's a combination of those things that just kind of like where LaSh was very much destined to win, but you know, never surrender to destiny. That's kind of the story there.
I'm just gonna be thinking about that one play, that one instance where we thought all those vills were just gonna be trapped and gone. Because man, he really dove in, and not just once but twice, right? I mean, obviously that one golden opportunity he let slip by, but he was in the base and shutting things down twice, and then losing those two armies, I think just put him back so much, where Scatterbrained was able just to rebound so quickly and easily from that. Then the writing was just kind of on the wall. Then of course the game went on for 40 minutes. We just kind of had to wait it to be done. But goodness, he had the upper hand there, and I think if you're LaSh, you're kind of kicking yourself a little bit. And maybe he kind of stuck that one through, trying to wear out Scatterbrained. I feel like LaSh has a lot of endurance as a player, and so maybe that's kind of his idea, is let me just drag this one out as long as I can, swear him down, make him really fight for this win, and then try and go in, because this is best of 5. You can afford to drop a game here and still come back and win it all.
Oh, definitely. Like, I mean, we mentioned it, right? Like, LaSh is a fighter. Sometimes there's an obvious writing at the wall, though, but there's always two sides to a coin there. So it definitely makes sense for him to play it out. And he is the kind of player to, like, even play games that, you know, other players would probably forfeit a while ago, but he thinks if there's, like, a 1% chance to win, then obviously, like, you gotta go for it, right? Yeah.
Well, and to his credit, you know, it took a while for Scatterbrained to really close that one down. He made him work for it, and you know, there is kind of a gamesmanship to that, I think.
It is those kind of situations where when LaSh streams and he's like in a game where he thinks, oh man, why is my opponent not just killing me right now? But yeah, it was one of those situations. Next up, though, we are going to be moving over to Holy Island, where we're actually going to be seeing LaSh on the French civilization on Holy Island. That's an interesting one. Up against the Mongols. Now, French, they're not the worst water civilization, but when you're thinking of water, you're not really thinking of French at the end of the day. It's more, it's more like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be playing like my English, my HREs, my Juji's Legacy, if they do make it through by some sort of miracle. And yeah, that's not coming in here. So instead, with French,
I feel like for some reason of all the water maps, I feel like Holy Island is the one I do see French on more often than not. Like that's just more anecdotal on my part, but it feels like that's the one you see it.
Yeah. Something that's nice that we did see in like the last game of YZY versus SAS as well is that when you have when you have good knights, Keshiks just don't really stand a chance. Like Keshiks are just a lot weaker, so it's your opponent can't like out cavalry you in most situations.
Yeah, that's true. The Keshiks they just don't hold a candle to Royal Knights. They really don't. We saw that play out earlier. I'm curious how the water play will go, because last time we saw Mongols on this map, they obviously went for the horseman kind of play. I wonder if that'd be something they would go for again, or if maybe we see like a tower rush instead. Because I mean, French I feel like has a tough time with Mongols from time to time, depending on how Mongols plays it. It can be difficult to work around. I wonder if maybe French goes straight for the dock, or maybe just kind of, because I liked what YZY did about delaying that a little bit and then sending the units after. I thought that was a brilliant play.
I don't think you necessarily want to delay your dock as the French civilization, because you do have the bonus of your dock also being a house. At the same time, though, you have a lot of walking time on Holy Island, so the question is, can you even like get the dock up in time for the house to be there, the bonus population space? The map is also large enough to where Dark Age rushers just aren't really coming in on time to really do anything. We're going to have to wait and see exactly how this one is going to be played, because I believe it is time now for us to jump into our game number 2 now in our round of 16 here between LaSh and Scatterbrained. So let's just dive on in, as we do have Scatterbrained here, yet again in the color yellow, playing as the Mongols here on Holy Island. And unlike YZY, or rather unlike SAS, he isn't starting us off with an Uwu. He's immediately going for the dock out on the shoreline. And LaSh, he's not going for a dock. He is going for a straight up feudal age opening.
Oh, I love this. I think this is why I've seen French on this map from time to time, is there's kind of a fun strategy you can do, and we'll see if he goes for it, of just going straight knights and getting them across fast enough to really wreak some havoc on your opponent's fishing economy. Just getting those docks down and torched away. The timing works out really well on this map, because like I said, Dark Age Rush hard to do on this one because of the distance between the TCs. But knights can cover that ground pretty quickly.
They can. The question is going to be, though, if these knights are going to be like paying off in time here. What can you really do with them? I'm looking at the map from Scatterbrained, and I do see a rather exposed gold mine that is pretty far away from the main TC. Also, no stone anywhere nearby. So, yeah, both the Uwu and the gold mining could be definitely pressured here by LaSh if he goes just for that fast fuel age. Even opting for a fast wheelbarrow here from him early on.
Oh, this is gonna be. I think we're in for a fun game here. I think LaSh is definitely itching to take a game from Scatterbrained. Be fun to see him put the flames to his feet early here.
Khan does spot this out now, though. LaSh only with a single villager remaining on gold, though. Now pulling every single one off of gold. What's the reasoning here now behind this, I wonder? I mean, he does need a good amount of gold, good amount of food left in order to go for the age up. Macro's a little bit off there for it.
He's got wheelbarrow on the queue and he's pulled off a gold. Is he going to go for like horsemen then instead?
I think he's eventually still going to send villagers over to gold. Like, he still like needs to build the landmark, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit late because of the wheelbarrow, and I'm wondering right now if it wouldn't have been better for him to grab wheelbarrow in the transition and just get the age up in a little bit quicker. School of Cavalry is now going to be coming in, 5 villagers on there. I believe he should be sending out villagers over to gold again. No, he isn't doing that. Oh, he's going for fast feudal age to now get a follow-up with a dock play after feudal. I am not a big fan of this on this map. There's a pretty large distance to cover. And you need to get the dock up first as well. He doesn't have the resource for that yet. I think leaning more into a feudal age like land military push would probably be better for him at the moment.
I definitely agree. I feel like going either, I mean, you'd have to get back on gold to make knights, but even if not, just going horsemen or something to get some land pressure. You have the timing. This just feels like it's delaying both.
He hasn't sent a villager out to the shoreline yet as well, so the dock is going to be coming in quite late. Scatter, he's gonna get a very similar age up time in. He's gonna be able to age up right now. 9 villagers on that. Yeah, he's rushing up on up.
There go the villagers now, sending 2.
Scatterbrained hasn't seen those go out yet, though. I believe they were just barely outside the line of sight of the Khan.
I'm gonna lean on the idea that LaSh knows something about this build that I definitely don't, and he's got something up his sleeve, but I'm skeptical as of right this second.
Always good to be skeptical, and this one's definitely something to be skeptical about. In theory, though, I mean, looking at it, right, like, because Scatterbrained had to place a TC at the beginning, obviously, and because LaSh with the French produces villagers a little bit quicker, even though Scatterbrained has 3 fishing ships, the economy is actually leaning towards LaSh's favor at the moment.
That's true.
I spot the dock out now. Feud late just completed for Scatterbrained, and we do see an archer ship coming in.
Scatterbrained, of course, sees this.
Khan just getting chased right now by the scout.
I'm absolutely intrigued. I almost wish LaSh would have, like, I mean, again, like, I almost wish there'd be like some horsemen just to deal with the Khan, you know, like just have like 1 or 2 go do that and then go pressure the gold or something. I really think that would be a really.
There's no outpost on the gold yet, so definitely would be worthwhile. We're even getting an emplacement on the dock now for Scatterbrained. There is a knight now. Okay, we're also getting Keshiks in. Is that a single produce? That has to be like a single produce Keshiks. I don't think he's got enough stone for a naval emplacement and double produce. Yeah, it's just a single Keshik now.
Well, that easily loses to a knight.
Yeah.
Well, that scout's taking quite a bit of chip damage from the Khan. Archer ship lurking in the shadows, looking at the fishing ships for Scatterbrained. Kind of going right past. Okay, no, he sees him and he's going to go in for it. But the emplacement forces him away.
Khan just still continues shooting at the villagers. It's a little bit of damage down there.
Deals with that. He's got a horseman in queue now, which will take care of the Khan eventually. But man, yeah, some serious annoyance from Scatterbrained, making that Khan an absolute nuisance.
Scout does see the Keshik there. And the villagers, what are they doing? They just went out again, thinking that they could just mine gold there. Is that going for an outpost? Little pressure outpost. Scatterbrained also got his own outpost up, so the knight isn't going to be able to find any villager kills there.
There's the horseman for the Khan. He'll go down after a bit, although one of those vills in a precarious spot. That Keshik was thinking about it, decides otherwise.
Wheelbarrow paying off, though.
Yes, indeed. Decides to go for the tower, but Wheelbarrow more than enough speed on the villagers to get out of there in time.
And the Khan is finally going to get taken down here. Movement speed arrow is going to come in, but it's only going to delay the inevitable here. Unless LaSh decides not to go for it, instead chooses to almost kill the Keshik there.
Should be able to get that in just a poke or 2 here.
One more hit. Should do the trick.
One more should do it. And there we go. So what's more valuable in your mind, the Keshik or the Khan?
Khan's going to come back eventually, so Keshik definitely makes sense as well, but I think you could have gotten both.
Yeah.
And you might still get both.
Ask and you shall receive. There go both. All right, well, no harm, no foul for LaSh. He gets both.
Both players now starting to invest on water as well. Scatterbrained, we does now have... There we go. He is just queuing the double Keshik now up as well. So we'll be getting some more Keshiks. Villager on the shoreline, though. No ships to protect him. Is going to get picked off. Good villager kill there.
I'd be almost... Instead of the docks, I'd be looking at the Ovo, maybe. Our Sketchik's now coming in. Trying to defend it. That knight should be able to deal with both, really. Just with the horseman distracting the other. Horseman does need to be mindful not to be idle, or it will go down. Which I think it just did.
Horseman taken down. LaSh now also investing into some spearmen. Scatterbrained, he's just going full on into Keshiks.
That's not a recipe for success against French knights. LaSh actually going for some spears behind this as well. You don't see that from French every day.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, though, if your opponent's literally going for only Kashyyyks.
Only Kashyyyks, yeah.
It's, in theory, much more worthwhile to just continue massing knights on your side as well.
I'm still not sure I understand the grand design that LaSh was going for with this build. It feels like we kind of ended up in the same place anyways.
I'm wondering if we're eventually going to go to Castle Age and we could be seeing the unique ship from the French in Castle Age. Because that still exists. That hasn't been patched out yet. That's a cannon ship that... it's a cannon ship that doesn't take... Oh, that villager... That... Oh, he's safe. Okay.
Nope, it's gonna trap itself in there. No? Kashyyyk get bounced back by the ship. Okay, Luckyville.
Yeah, and I mean, the wall's there, of course, helping him as well.
Except it's gonna have to walk all the way around those to drop off. Can those bills drop off gold at the docks?
You cannot, no. He's just gathering it to do something with the villager.
I feel like LaSh is in a pretty decent spot for where he's at right now. I feel like with the knights going into Kashyyyks, there's the question about who wins water. Right now we see some navy being moved out from Scatterbrained towards LaSh's economy on the water. I'm curious as to how that'll pan out. Engagement about to happen actually on the water, and there it goes.
Ooh, is that enough though? We got double demo ships here, but double archer ships as well. That should in theory work, but LaSh doesn't have any demo ships of his own in order to force back the demo ships from Scatterbrained. Does have enough damage though. The archer ships, they're just gonna move forward. And Scatterbrained isn't able to remain here for much longer.
Can't take that bill out though. Is a demo ship worth one bill? Okay. We'll call it a draw.
It's okay.
Feels like it's a lot of resources, but at least it's better than just losing the demo ship out in the open water.
Yeah.
But it doesn't still, I don't know if I'd still say it's a win.
LaSh behind this, he is starting to pressure the Uwu from Scatterbrained. We're not exactly seeing like who's really in the lead here. I think LaSh is in a great position overall though.
I mean, LaSh has a really good control of water at the moment. And then on top of that, he's pressuring Scatterbrained stuff. So I definitely think LaSh is ahead.
Yeah.
This Ovo going down feels really good. You've got very solid control and handle on the water. Your units are pound for pound better than your opponents. I gotta give it to LaSh here right now. One Ovo goes down and another shall take its place. Maybe.
Yeah. What's going on? Knights exchanging blows here with the Kashyyyks.
There's quite a bit of Kashyyyks and another spear in the mix.
Yeah. I mean, it's enough Kashyyyks here to take some really good trades.
Spears are a bit annoying there, but actually well microed overall by Scatterbrained. I'd say that's a win for him there.
Oh, water fight though went on at the same time, and Scatterbrained, he lost his entire naval force. Only has a couple of demo ships remaining behind us, and this is what we talked about earlier as well. It's these water maps, your attention being split on both land and water can be really, really punishing. Behind as well, it's just something that we haven't really talked about earlier as well. LaSh, he's gotten pretty much every single economic upgrade, while Scatterbrained has nothing in the upgrade department.
Yeah, it looks like Scatterbrained won the little engagement on land, but the war was fought on water as well, and LaSh definitely taking his share there. And adding more docks and more docks. This is a scaling that gets dangerous, right? Like, LaSh is just tightening his control. And meanwhile, Scatterbrained looking for some damage. He might get a couple vills there that are outside the walls. LaSh's attention split a little bit there. I don't think he lost any, though.
No, he got 2 villager kills there.
Got 2? Okay.
Yeah. Scatterbrained now also moving into archers, so it's going to have a nice response to the spearmen. LaSh, for the time being, is just kind of cementing himself deeper in feudal age. Now also getting some more hulks in. It looks like Scatterbrained has kind of forfeited water now completely at this point in time. Would actually love to see him like just send a villager out with a transport ship to like the neutral market island and just only have like 6 fishing or like 4 or 5 fishing ships remaining on the main side that he sacrificed, and I have the remaining ones just like fish on the other side with a dock on like the neutral market there. Because you can very often just like make that work, like your opponent doesn't look for that.
At this point, what LaSh should do is probably just move his navy out and just destroy the docks, Scatterbrained, just take full control, just get him off. He's still got some units there. It looks like that's what he's doing behind this fight as well.
And the army's starting to look more and more, I want to say, like, impressive here from Scatterbrained on land. LaSh, he's just more invested into the waterfront, and only just now queuing up a couple more knights here on land. Definitely will need that. We're seeing some outposts coming up here. Definitely need as well.
That touches on the other thing I was thinking of, is that LaSh runs the risk of over-investing in water. If Scatterbrained's just going to give it up, you don't need to put too much in there. Oh, some great shots from the archers there over the woods.
Archers could definitely fire on that vill as well. It's just worthwhile. Like, oh my god, LaSh, he still doesn't react.
Oh no.
Had so many villagers that just went down there. LaSh at the same time now going for the all-in on water. Just sacrificing stamina ships just to take the dock down with the emplacement.
I like that choice, actually.
It is going to be enough.
No reason not to do that there. Fishing ships going to be idled out and destroyed. At this point, LaSh has taken over water entirely now.
Yeah.
He's got to be careful, though. There's a big mass of units right outside his base, and he has lost quite a couple villagers on that wood line. Eshik's trying to break through. He's moved to the backwood now. It's nice and open.
Now Ram coming in as well. LaSh still investing more now into the feudal age. More knights, more spearmen coming in. Army value is looking good, but it also does account for a lot of ships on LaSh's side, so it's a little bit skewed off at the moment.
Yeah,
it's very hard to actually judge how much he has on land.
Scatterbrained definitely has a lot more on land than LaSh does at the moment. And he sees where he's at now, so now the Keshik's immediately pulling back away from the knights here. Question is, does he continue this push in down the middle, or does he go around and try and hit the vills on the wood line? Meanwhile, he's got to deal with the knights right now. He has a big engagement right here. Our knights are pretty much right on top of the archers, though. Needs to back him up, and he does a little bit. Keshik trying to deal with the knights.
Forward again. I think it's enough Keshiks here in order to win this. I'm surprised that Scatterbrained hasn't pulled the Deerstones forward yet with this all in play. Definitely something that he could have done. But LaSh is now completely off gold here. He doesn't have access to it anymore. There's still the golden back. And is he pulling a lot of villages over there? He does have the mining camp in production there for it.
Oh, you know what?
From LaSh now also being sent back.
Rams could take care of the docks on this side. That would actually be a really big win if he could take off all these docks.
Yeah, I love the entire water economy.
Boats racing home trying to deal with this. Second ram down. That one's pretty weak right there, though, but arrow fire from these ships doesn't do a ton.
The rams, they do, of course, have that bonus percentage armor here, so they're barely going to take any damage from the ships there.
LaSh still hasn't had any gold coming in. He still hasn't moved any villagers onto that gold vein.
Yeah.
It's been like over a minute. These knights are all he has.
Now a fight coming in. Movement speed arrow coming in. Spearman getting sniped. Keshiks trading out against the knights. This is going to be good enough, though. I feel like the Keshiks are starting to lose out here. More Keshiks coming in, though. Big reinforcements. That was needed. The much needed reinforcements here now.
LaSh just doesn't quite have
any more knights.
If he had gold, this would be a different story. He just doesn't. A lot of weak Keshiks, but a lot of weak knights. And this one, this some really tight fights here where it really almost could swing either way. It just kind of comes down to who gets the hit better.
Yeah. And the LaSh is on the deer at the moment, so getting in a lot of food and slowly but surely. Like, look at this, the rams, they're just not taking any damage from all the ships here. Just one dock remaining now.
I imagine if LaSh had gone for some trade like you mentioned on the water.
Trade could have been an option there for him as well. Or just, at the very least, like, send with the transport ship one villager out to the neutral market dock there. Because you can then place, like, another dock of your own there. And it's not something that your opponent can ram down. That way, at least the food income is going to be still there.
Scatterbrained doing a really good job here. He lost the water, but he's really giving it to LaSh right now. I mean, the lack of gold has just been critical.
LaSh now, though, he's starting to get a good amount of archers out, and a lot of the units from Scatterbrained are still just trickling in.
Last dock's on fire.
And most importantly, yeah, the docks are down, and with that, LaSh, his food income is gonna go down very quickly now.
Watch that 1,200 a minute dip down to like 200 a minute here in a second.
I think there's already like a villager. I think there's already a villager moving out in order to put another dock up there again. On LaSh side, like right there at the shoreline. Yeah, there it is. Villager's already out there. Oh, he's going for it. There's the transport ship. There you go.
He has heard your calls and said, hey, you know what? We could just avoid this whole problem. Maybe.
Yeah.
He's
waiting for us here. We can also dock there.
Scatterbrained geared up and ready to go again. The difficult thing here, though, is that the reinforcements take a long time to get here, whereas LaSh, when he gets the gold, can just pop them right out and they're already ready to fight. Scatterbrained's got a long walk, but he's got a good mass here.
Something important to take note of as well is that, sure, LaSh's fishing ships can't drop off right now, but they can still, like, gather up to 40 fish and hold them, like, up to 40 food. And then once that dock gets completed by LaSh, he's gonna be getting an immediate big influx of gold. And I believe he's also sent villagers out to the gold now at the top side, so should be also getting some more stable gold income there as well.
That'll be at least enough to get a night in production at any given point. And there's the dock.
There we go, all the fishing ships are able to drop off again.
There they go. Let's see.
It's going to be a lot of food.
267, where does he end up after this?
Easy 1,000.
Easy. And immediately spends it too.
Got more units coming in. Scatterbrained still has a large army mass though. 15 Kashyyyks, 10 spearmen.
The archer mass starting to attack on the other side. That archer mass giving them the DPS. As long as he's got a front line and the spearmen can take care of the knights. LaSh does have 35 archers of his own, but 39 for Scatterbrained. He's pushing him off the food now, but thankfully for LaSh, the fishing eco is back online.
LaSh, he's... Oh my god, the step readout now. Instead of LaSh going for the age up, it is actually going to be Scatterbrained now. That is quite big, because I feel like LaSh was thinking about it. And he actually is thinking about it. He just sent a lot of villagers over to gold. Why is this game like this sometimes? What are these villagers doing?
What are they doing? Like,
yeah,
everyone,
is this?
Single file, please. A single file? Can we please have a single file line along the gold?
This reminds me of, like, what is that game mode in CS Counter-Strike where they're just, like, gliding? That's what the villagers are doing right there. Just gliding. Yeah, the surfing.
Oh, man. See, look, these villagers
they're just showing off their knife collection there.
Everyone has a little bit of room. Gosh, what a free-for-all over here. I mean, that's
means that LaSh
is idle, right? They don't gather when they do that.
It is, but LaSh is now going to be able to also like follow up with his own age up now behind this. It's not the end of the world for him. His fishing is working again. He's still, in theory, ahead in the economy, and we are getting Guildhall now with 30 villagers on it. He wants that one up ASAP. The gold mine, though, it's just run out for him, and he's going to have to send a lot of villagers over to the back now in order to get the gold. And meanwhile, Scatterbrained, he's getting his veterancy upgrades in now. Already his veterancy on the Kashyyyks. Archers is also coming in behind this. So this next fight, it's going to happen without the upgrades in for LaSh, while they are going to be in for Scatterbrained.
And I really wish LaSh would just make some trade ships. Just start scaling that up now. It's so good. There's no way that Scatterbrained's gonna get back on water.
Like, yeah, if he had like 2 trade ships, that would already like have given him so many dividends in terms of just gold and wood there. Mostly gold, that's the important part. There we go, fight is coming in. Upgrades not in yet for LaSh. Village is getting evacuated. The archers are moving in.
The knights are still better than those Mangadai, even in feudal age, but you don't want to test them with spears behind it. Big fight
getting
here.
taken now. Movement speed arrow is being activated. That was with the upgrade for the duration as well, so movement speed arrow is going to be active for quite a long time here.
This
More
doesn't look
Keshiks
good.
coming in through. The archer count's stinging out as well. It's still so many veteran archers here. The upgrade's still not in for LaSh, but he had to take the fight.
47 archers upgraded. Doesn't look good.
Knight's now charging in again, but they're all low HP. LaSh's got to delete the wall in order to get his army to safety, or at least not lead the army from Scatterbrained to the gold, but Scatterbrained isn't falling for it. He's going for the gold villagers.
Oh no. Oh, he's got to run like the wind.
Scatterbrained, he doesn't see them.
Don't see him.
He's gonna see him. He's gonna see them.
Oh,
He
no.
sees all of them. No way out. LaSh, he's trapped now. All the villagers are gonna get taken down. And that is going to be it. After this many villager losses, there is no way to come back. LaSh out of gold, no way to get gold. At the same time, reinforcements are coming in on the other side, chasing the villagers in the wood line.
Man. This whole thing could have been avoided if LaSh had added some gold traders on the water. He just was without gold for so long. He just couldn't make the right units. And now Scatterbrained just has a snowball.
Indeed, he does. Lose water, but still win the game. Scatterbrained with an insane comeback here on land. The Mongols up against the French.
So much of
LaSh is still trying.
So much idle time at this point. I mean, he's got 173 gold and hasn't gathered any for about a minute and a half now. There's just not much more he can do. I think it's just over.
Yeah.
Unless
Definitely
Scatterbrained
is.
accidentally deletes this archer mass. I don't see how he gets back into it.
Just so many villagers killed. Look at the worker kills. Scatterbrained 52
man.
worker kills and more coming in. He's found the villagers in the forward wood line where they evacuated onto. And there's so much more idle time now as well. Villagers are just running for their lives, but there's just nowhere to run to. The Keshiks following right after them. And more reinforcements just circling to wherever the villagers are going. The new Khan rises, and this game, there's just no coming back in this one from this situation.
We know that
sure,
LaSh
there's a
likes to
guild
stick it
hall.
out. We know that LaSh likes to stick it out, but I mean, at this point, how many Vil kills do we think we're gonna end up with here for LaSh? I mean, 58 right now. Are we thinking plus or minus 70?
I think we can hit
75.
70.
Like, we think we can hit 70?
Surely at 70, he's gonna have to.
Happening really quick.
He's down to 37 villagers
Do
now.
I hear 80?
80, take it or leave it.
80 over under. Make your bets now. Vegas puts the odds there at 80 and a half. Now this has been, and you know, we often say, I think there's a pretty general saying in AoE 4 that if you win water, you win the game. Clearly, that's not the case. There are ways around that, and is the case. Obviously, here we are seeing the other percentage of that come through. You know, when 9 out of 10 dentists agree, I guess this is the one that disagrees. That breed out. They don't need it at this point, right?
Or getting taken now as well. Ah, the classic Mongol building not unpacking here.
Oh, man. That's a bit of extra gold, you know? Don't need to get greedy.
More rams coming up yet again. Honestly, at this point, just thinking of like a landmark victory. Like all the landmarks are next to each other inside of LaSh space.
Yep.
Scatterbrained has free access. And there we go. He's signed to torch the guild hall.
Only
800 food
in
inside.
there. Yeah, not enough to do anything. There come the Rams. This game. And just about here, the big lady starts singing. I don't know why
He's
you
going
go for the
docks instead.
I
This time,
I just go for the landmark at this
doesn't-
point.
yeah, the docks doesn't really do anything for him this time around because there's docks on the other side.
Yeah, this just feels like a waste of resources.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't know about that, so he thinks, okay, I'll just deny the water again. That's not the case, though. LaSh on the other side, though, trying to go for his own raids. Looks like Scatterbrained pulled the villagers off in time, though.
You know, I look at that step readout and actually go, how do they unpack all that stone? How does that work? You know, you look at that landmark and you kind of go, how do they pack that up? And those rams taking 0 damage.
Oh, the knights are gonna find the wood line. Villagers are gonna run. There is the Yammer though, so the villager's gonna be extra speedy, but yeah, it looks like he's not going for it. Not gonna commit to that.
Oh, there we go.
LaSh going out to the Holy Island here.
That would have been a great thing to have done 10 minutes ago.
Oh, look at that. LaSh, he also put up docks on the side of Scatterbrained's water, so he's getting the fish there as well. Guildhall being repaired. Kaganet Palace now. Okay, that has to be. Come on, that's a GG move right there. That'll do it.
It's like you said, one of the landmarks of all time.
Yeah,
a landmark that exists in this game.
Unless LaSh now collects the food from the Guildhall and ages up with Red Palace on the island there on the water.
Would that be enough?
And then goes into water trade.
Like, there's 2 8Ks on that thing too. And you've got enough fishing on there to keep you going. Like, is that enough to like bring the game back? Like, in theory, does that work? Like, could you get
it has happened before.
Really? It has?
There were legendary games. There were legendary games on Holy Island where players have won while only being on the 3 islands there.
I want to see those games.
With water control.
Fun. That sounds amazing.
It really wasn't.
It really was. What was it? The game time on that, like 2 hours and 37 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. Something along those lines.
It would be pretty incredible. It would be something.
These are the kind of games where after like 2 hours, you're like, I want my time back.
I want my time back. I'm done. Thanks, guys. It was fun. Guildhall goes down.
And he is going for it. He just took the food out.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna see it. The Red Palace on the island there. He's gonna do it. And I've seen LaSh like play like this as well. There we go.
Oh my word.
Yeah. Word indeed.
The madman. The absolute madman. And you know, he owns water right now.
Now we just need some water trade as well. If you get some water trade going, he's got access to every single resource that he needs.
Would he have enough wood with that?
I mean, you get wood from water trade as well.
Okay, I wasn't actually sure.
Yeah, water trade gives you wood and gold for some reason.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needs, and he can hold this because right now Scatterbrained's entire comp is all in land units. Is there a world where he brings it back to win it from this? Really? Like, do you really think it can happen? I'm like sitting here going like part of me thinks like, yeah, there should be a way to do that. But on the other hand, like, it just seems so ridiculous. Well, we're 31 minutes in, almost 32 minutes in. I hope everyone at home is ready to buckle up for one of the games of all time. And somehow, LaSh still has villagers on that top gold in the north.
We got our first Hu Pow in now behind this. Scatterbrained, he's gonna have to somehow get access to water again.
It's easier said than done.
He's got a second TC. He's got to kill every single villager. At this point, like, LaSh just needs to fully commit into water trade. I don't see a single trade ship yet, though, which is concerning.
Why hasn't he done? That's the way in. I'm still scratching my head. As like, has he just forgotten that exists? Do you think? Or I just feel like that should be such an obvious thing to do. And I get that this pressure of the game can make you do silly things, but man, it feels like that's such an easy win right there. He still has knights in the field that he's been wreaking some havoc with, going back and forth. They'll get cleaned up eventually at this point. There's not a whole lot of places they can run left. Well, every time they get to the corner, Scatterbrained leaves them alone once they get in range of the ships.
We do have a first Carrack now coming out as well for LaSh. And wait, does he actually... Is he griefing himself? He needs to have like some water trade going on right now because... No, he's making a TC. You need water trade, LaSh, else you have no wood access on the islands.
Oh man, he needs...
There's no water trade.
He needs trade.
There's no wood access.
It's right there. It's right there.
He needs at least like 100 wood. If he just had like 100 wood, you can at least like start the trade somewhere and go from there. But with 0 wood, it's just not possible. Does he still have a market? I think the market's been burned. He doesn't have enough wood to make a market. No, there's the market.
He's got to buy wood.
Please,
buy wood.
Just a little bit of wood. Just a little bit of wood, LaSh. You need to start somewhere.
He's not going to do it.
He's getting burned. Everything's going to get burned. And he's got the improved bounty as well. He's getting so many resources from just burning everything inside of LaSh space.
Funny thing is, like, there is a world where LaSh could come back and win this game if he just gets on the trade right now.
If he had some wood, yes, he could still, like...
He's got, like, 10 seconds left to make that choice before it's over.
But with 40 wood, there is no comeback chance. And honestly, I think it's more realistic at this point in time for Scatter to just build a wonder and win this that way.
Trade.
I can't believe that he's not trading. The market's about to go down. He's about to lose the last remaining way.
Every opportunity. Scatterbrained is hitting every building but the market. It's like here we go. This is game's over, and
that's it now. As soon as the market goes down, LaSh has 0 opportunity of getting wood anymore.
And then it's gone.
No wood at all. Yeah. The TC has killed him. The TC that LaSh has built himself has now killed him.
I'm dying. This is going to be 2 games in a row where LaSh has lost something that really should have been, like, really could have been a win based off a click. Like, 1 click probably could have done it right there. Just build it, make a trade ship. Like, 1 trade ship could have carried him so far in this game. Imagine if he had 10 trade ships. Like, he'd be cruising right now. What a painful way to go.
It is. It really is. Looking at the economy count there, the military value lead that LaSh had, but still just not being able to win it in the end when...
I feel sick to my stomach. That one, just like the opportunities that were like just lost of no fault. Just a mistake by pure omission just hurts so bad.
It is a rough one. It is definitely a rough one to lose. And now this means that LaSh is finding himself against an opponent that is now on match point. Scatterbrained 2-0 now in the series. 1 more victory. And he will be able to close it out. Well, not really close out his qualification, but he is going to be able to, go 1 step further and go into the final for the qualifier in his pool.
Man, we have seen some incredible games today that have just kind of come down to little things. It's amazing how a game that's so macro and micro focused can sometimes come down to just like 1 click. I mean, that's twice now. Essentially 1 click is the difference between this game as well, I think. I really do think 1 trade ship gives him the amount of knights to, the amount of gold to make enough knights to hold down to land a little bit better. He just started slowly transitioning that. It's like such a simple, small thing that's overlooked. And you just kind of have to sit here and wonder, like, what if, There's a lot of what ifs in life, Like, what if I had asked that girl out to prom? What if I'd gone to this career? What if I'd have just clicked plus 100 wood? We'll never know. We'll never know.
Only what if, yeah. We'll never know. What we'll know, though, is the civilizations for the next map. It is going to be Kurlogger, and we're going to be looking at the House of Lancaster for LaSh up against the Ottomans from Scatterbrained. And this is also going to be quite the interesting situation here, because the Ottomans, something that they can go for, something that we see a lot from House of Lancaster when they go greedy, when they go for like a fast castle age, is they're not going to be making a lot of units. Yeah. They're basically just relying on the Lancaster castle in combination with the manors to be safe enough for an age up to castle age. But the Ottomans, they get Sipahi, the strongest horseman in the game. On top of that, they also get the Matter for an additional +1 ranged armor. And with that, you're essentially copying the tankiness of knights with a much cheaper unit with an insane raiding potential. So if you find your opponent just starting to age up, you can right then and there just dive with the Sipahi and bring your opponent down to the Dark Ages, basically back down to 15 villagers.
Yeah, I feel like Ottomans has the potential to be really, really good on this map. Kurlogger is one of those maps that's just so interesting, right? Because it's not like the water has a ton of food in it, per se, but it's just, it makes for an interesting dynamic where you could make military ships. But I don't know that Ottomans even need to worry about that. I think Sipahi just reigns so supreme with them. This would be really funny, but imagine if they went Ottomans, and this isn't going to happen. So I'm just saying it just because it'd be funny. But there's that military ship that produces units, like a military school, but on the water. Imagine if we got to see that today on this.
Yeah.
That would be so fun to see, but we're not going to see it. But I
Probably
want
won't.
to.
Yeah.
After all the shenanigans
they
today.
actually changed it a while back. They actually bumped it a while back. So what they did is they made it so that the ship produces as quickly as a military school that's always in the influence of a blacksmith. Before that, it used to produce very slowly.
Very slowly, yeah. Maybe we see that. It'd be kind of fun. I'm all for the novelty things. I want to see the crazy shenanigans in these kind of games. And on Kurlager,
it's a strong ship.
That could work. I don't think
it is a very strong ship, and it doesn't get countered by, like, it doesn't take bonus damage from demo ships, and it just kills everything.
It'd be interesting.
It's very strong when you get to
a mobile. I mean, think about that. A mobile military school. You can just walk right over to your opponent's base and start pumping stuff out. I like the idea of that, but I think we'll see probably more standard gameplay out of that. I like to think that that'd be a fun idea, but with 2 minutes to go into this, I think LaSh has got his work cut out for him with House Lancaster into Ottomans. I think Ottomans are difficult one to overcome as Lancaster, because they're just not going to let you have the time, you know.
It's an interesting matchup to see play out. I'm honestly just wondering, like, if LaSh is going to go greedy or not, because I think if he just plays this quote unquote normal, but like the new normal for House of Lancaster with the Abbey of Kings Lord and the Lancaster Lords, and just like hobblers and just spearmen, archers, that kind of gameplay could really work well against them. We'll have to see just how exactly this one's going to be played out, though.
There's like certain matchups in the game that I feel like I know, like a lot of players know very, very well. You know, like French, English, most people know. I mean, that's obviously like the old classic. People know that one. You know, like China, Rus, people know what to expect on that matchup, I feel like, more often than not. I think with the fun thing with some of these newer civs like House Lancaster is it just kind of throws a curveball into things. That's why I'm super excited for the new DLC, getting a couple more of those variant civs. It just always is so fun to see matchups you just don't see every day play out. And on this one, like on this map in particular, I mean, I feel like this matchup on this map is not one I think I've actually casted before. So always fun to see something, a new permutation, so to speak.
Yeah. It's always nice when you're getting like more options to play the game, like more things to try and more theory crafting to do. That's really where the game just becomes fun to me personally. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this one's going to work out when we're getting this many new civilizations, especially like some very unique civilizations with completely new units. But now we are going to be jumping into our game number 3. We are on match point here for Scatterbrained, already leading 2-0. And here we go. It is time for Qualifier. We got LaSh in the color red playing as the House of Lancaster, and I talked about this yesterday with KP, where when you open up with deer as the House of Lancaster, you're essentially just griefing yourself because sheep you actually gather faster from as House of Lancaster. Yeah. LaSh is griefing himself.
What is the actual gather rate for sheep? I'm trying to think what it is, because it's increased Lancaster.
There was a spreadsheet back in the day that I always used to have open that kind of stopped getting updated like a year into the game, that had like the exact gather rates for every single thing, like after every single upgrade, like a huge spreadsheet. I don't think that exists anymore.
I wish it did. I wish we had easier access to some of those stats. Cal is on our production team. Shout out to our production team again as well. Cal running the show. Vodka is our observer today. They've been doing a great job. But yeah, it's with 20% increase. I know that like the gathering meat's a lot faster for a civ like English than like berries per se. We know that, you know, shoreline fish is the fastest for villagers to gather. I imagine though 20%, like plus 1/5, that's got to be better on the sheep than anything else for Lancaster by far.
I mean, if you're getting survival techniques, once again it favors the deer, but that LaSh didn't grab survival techniques, so he's just starting on the deer and not really benefiting too much from it.
If anything, you lose out a little bit by spending the wood on the mill, unless you're gonna get an upgrade.
Yeah. LaSh did notice that Scatterbrained opened up with the dock there.
Also, Lancaster sheep, they're 44.46 a minute. We know what the standard is for deer.
That is,
I mean, that's fast.
Quite quick. That is very fast. I believe the standard is like 38-ish food per minute, 38 and a half, I think.
With no tech,
and
deer do
without the tech is
41.7. So 44, 46.46 for sheep, and then only 41 for deer. So yeah, sheep are better. It's actually fairly comparable. It's not like a huge difference, but enough where you're still better off just going on the sheep.
I mean, it's basically the difference between like sheep without House of Lancaster. Like it's a 3 food per minute difference. It's pretty massive.
Yeah, normal civs have 37.
For normal civ, it's 37.
So,
37 for normal civ. Okay, that feels slower than I had in mind. I thought it was like 38, but 37.
So normally
that's
most
a pretty
civs,
massive difference.
For most civs, it's worth it then. But for House Lancaster, they're way better off going for sheep still. That's a huge increase for sheep gathering rate for House Lancaster.
It is.
Now I mentioned before, there's not a ton of fish on these rivers, but there's some. We see he's got 2 boats on there. I wouldn't make more than like a handful of boats for that.
Yeah, 2, 3, just so you're able to always garrison them all inside of the dock if need be.
Abbey of Kings coming up.
We are getting the Abbey of Kings in, yeah. So we will be seeing the Lords of Lancaster here for LaSh. Means that we are most likely getting a feudal aggro-heavy gameplay here from him. Sultan Hani trade network, though, on the side from Scatterbrained. That is quite nice and a situational play here, especially on a map like this, where the golds are very far away from your main TC. And the Sultan Hani trade network is going to mean that Scatterbrained is always going to have a baseline of gold income here that he can rely on. And not just that, but also just having a market immediately where you can like panic buy and sell resources if you're like mismacroing can always be helpful.
I really like what they've done with this landmark. I really like that both landmarks in Feudal Age can be viable for Ottomans. I love when you always have an option that is worthwhile. Obviously, in some civs, you get 2 like feudal landmarks. One's just the go-to, and the other one's like, yeah, it'd be stupid to go for it. It's fun to see both options be viable for both of these civs. Here's a question for you, though, Crackety. I'm an advocate for popping out the trader and getting 1 drop off at the market and then leaving it in for the rest of the game. Where do you stand on that? Do you think it's worth it at all to go for it or not?
It's definitely an option to do so. Chances are you're not going to get disrupted in that time.
It gets a bit more micro, but I think you get some out of it.
I mean, it's barely micro at all.
Yeah.
You could do it. The thing is with the way that they change trading, right? Like,
that's right. That's right.
Like one trip isn't really that worthwhile. It's only when they go back and forward.
I'd have to do the math. I think I did the math once before that change happened, and it was worth it to get a sneaky little drop off before your opponent, sends units across to start aggressing you, and then it's worth just keep them in there where it's safe. The passive gold. I'll have to do the math again next time I have a moment to look at it, because I wonder if it still works out or if it's better just to leave them in. The guard or first lord coming in. He finds nobody home.
Yeah, nobody there. Nobody to harass.
He might find this, though. In fact, he's walking right over here.
He could. I mean, he's not even going to get a villager kill there just because the villager baseline is faster than the Lord of Lancaster.
But you could start torching up that dock and make those 3 boats useless. Oh, he's going to walk. He sees it.
He doesn't have eyes anymore. He's in the dock. He is going to go towards the gold, though, and Scatterbrained did move out to the back gold.
There's a second one there. It's a little bit of chip damage from the TC fire. Finds the villagers. Is he going to get one? It's going to be close. Sipahi gets body blocked by the mining camp.
There's also the imams now.
The imams, there we go.
Can heal, and this is where it starts becoming very annoying because of the like very slow attack speed. The DPS, like the raw DPS on these Lords of Lancaster, isn't that high. So you can always just out heal very easily with the 2 imams.
That's such a good vizier point. It's funny to me how the meta has shifted over the years. As we've been talking a little bit about different things as they were, and how much like vizier point choice has changed, and the choices that you do adjust with the meta. And I really think those 2 imams as a choice is a really good choice in Feudal Age. And does he get this one though? Nope, the imam's in time. Sipahi looking to take down one of those lords. Got one about half health. Yeah, pulls that one back.
Yes. Just a whole lot of going back and forth right now between them. Scatterbrained now going into his own spearman. I'm not sure if I would have gun archers or something like that instead, just because, I mean, the spearmen are already out there, so you do have the more direct counter. Third manor now completed for LaSh.
A lot of Spy
getting some shots off there. There's not that many spear out yet for LaSh. So Spy, if they can just like get pickoffs like this right now, it would be pretty big.
Yeah. Oh, get him. He's right
barely.
There. You pull that one away and leave the two and get him.
He's not gonna heal up though. He's not gonna heal up unless he's actually. Oh, he's sending the spearman. The one. No, he's not sending him back. Oh, he is. There we go. Now he's sending him back all the way back to the Abbey. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. You're getting 80 resources worth of a unit back.
You basically use that unit and you get a free unit on top of it now when you heal it. It's totally worth it. Healing is so underrated in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
getting a lot of Lancaster as well.
It's just free. Free real estate. You know, it's free units, free health, free resources. Why wouldn't you? And the only thing is, it takes a little bit of micro, and you have to actually get them back. But if you have it, because the nice thing about like a landmark like Abbey of Kings is that the ceiling, like the floor is the floor. You're going to get some lords out of it with this civ. The ceiling of that, that can give you though is infinite. It's an infinite ceiling. It's all dependent on how much resources you get out of it by healing your units. So the sky's the limit, really.
Yeah, the floor is the floor. The ceiling is unlimited.
Which I think makes for a great landmark when that's the case. I mean, that's just how you use it then, you know? Unlike like this landmark here, like there's a floor to how much gold this landmark can give him. If we're looking at the Sultani trade network, there's only so much gold that Scatterbrained could get out of it. I guess you could argue he could trade and he could make more traders out of it. So there's a bit, but there's a much more defined ceiling as opposed to a landmark like this, where if he just keeps utilizing it, he could just get infinite resources out of it, essentially.
Yeah. What is crazy is that I just want to like give a little, because I see people in chat talk about it, like other games that are still going on at the moment. The Mista and Valdemar have been playing like an hour longer than LaSh and Scatterbrained have, and this has already been a rather like long set for only having 2 games completed so far. Mm-hmm. And they're 2-2 right now, so they're still battling it after like 3 hours, like longer than a 3-hour long set between them right now. That's pretty massive.
Man, I just imagining the fatigue. I mean, we do these days where we cast for like, 8-9 hours some days, sometimes 10-11 hours almost. And that can feel like a lot. And I sometimes I'll hop off and be like, man, I'm just exhausted just about talking about the game. I can't imagine playing that many high leverage, high level games and then just having to sit down and be done for the day. Like, you'd just be so tired. Real credit to these players.
There's definitely mental fatigue. Yeah, it's definitely mental fatigue. Like, we're here now in like our 10th game of the day, and we're starting to feel it as well. Yeah.
These guys, man, they really put it all on the line. And then the nerves, like, we don't have nerves coming. I'm not nervous watching this, but you play a game, like, you get the shakes sometimes. Your heart starts pounding. Like, it's just inevitable. Like, it's a high pressure situation. And to do that game in, game out really speaks to some of these players and just how professional they take it. Is that Meta going to go down? I think he might.
Yeah, definitely.
There he goes.
That's a dead Meta right there. Outpost going to get repaired. LaSh, he's just going for the full spearman and archer composition. Does have some hobblers in there. Scatterbrained mainly focused on those high value Sipahi on his side. He does still have I don't even want to call it an economic lead, just because there's obviously like the whole manor thing that's going on as well. Actually,
the manor thing.
Actually, Scatterbrained is behind an economy. Was there idle time? Because like he's got the fishing ships, right? And on top of that, he also got like 3 traders from the landmark, so he should be ahead a bit more when it comes to villager count. There must have been some idle time. Sipahi get a good jump in onto the yeoman there. Starting to attack from 2 sides there. Not enough archers though in order to start one-shotting the spearman. That's really where you want to be. You want to be at like the 12-15 archer count where you're able to one-shot the spearman. Probably need a couple more just because of lots of Lancaster, obviously, like boosting the health of your spearman there.
Pretty fun game we have on our hands here. Both players pretty firmly committed to a feudal play. A lot of weak yeomen. I'd like to see LaSh send some of those weakened yeomen back, heal them up, send them back forth again. He's got a number of them that are really, really low.
Does have the option to do so. Scatterbrained behind this. I mean, he's just continuously messing units, but we're seeing the weakness of what he did, right? Like, he went for the Sultan High Trade Network. Ooh, the dock, it's still not working here. The fishing ships aren't actively working. But we do see that his food income is just completely idled out at the moment. Doesn't have barely any food income. We do see an Aeroslits emplacement coming in. There aren't any military schools as well right now. Now, Scatterbrained, he's just struggling here at the moment. I think he's only got like a single military school out at the moment.
He does get that emplacement in. That's going to help quite a bit. Yeah, get those villagers out. Heal that tower up now, Scatterbrained, while you got the chance, and then get them back in there. Some pretty good value. Tenuous hold, though. He's got just the one military school, like he pointed out. And he's got
so many fishing ships. This is so weird. With so many fishing ships, how he's still behind in, like, even in economy. There must have been so much TC idle time for Scatterbrained.
I wonder if he got...
Like, there must have legitimately been like 2-3 minutes.
I wonder if he had like population capped himself on houses or something, maybe like that. That might have slowed him down.
That's possible.
So the military schools popping stuff out. Sometimes they can catch up to you, you know?
Yeah, and LaSh is now about to go up to Castle Age. He should be 10 economic units ahead, but he's not. It's like he's lost 10 villagers somewhere. LaSh, if you knew about this, like, honestly, if you're LaSh and you knew about that, you would just send the villagers forward and, like,
you'd be all in.
The white tower in the middle of the map. Like, next to the large gold vein here. And it looks like he's going for it.
He's doing it anyways.
Lots of villagers getting pulled forward. Put it forward. And okay, never mind.
He plays it cautious. I like when they go for the bold. He probably could have gotten it up anyways, honestly.
Okay, I'm just getting reminded of something. I'm just getting reminded of something in the chat. The fishing ships from Ottomans, because they use Delhi as a base, and Delhi fishing ships also don't count as military units. They do count as military units and not economy units. That's why they're not just being counted there. But there was still some idle time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bugged. There was still some idle time though on the economy.
So don't believe the numbers on the screen.
You can never believe the numbers on the screen.
It's true.
Wait. Now I get Cow on the production side saying that's not true at all. He checked it and it's not true. What is... I mean, to be fair, like, the game just throws wrong information at you all the time. We got, like, Dali horses that says 20% attack speed when it's 15% attack speed.
I mean...
Yeah.
44 vills and 9 ships. That doesn't equal 46.
Yeah, wait, so Cow is wrong. I love saying that.
There's something wrong. There's something that's weird. 42 plus 3 is 45, plus 9 is 50 something.
So it's not military, but it's also not economy.
It's still bugged.
Could that be it? It's bugged one way or another. Yeah.
You're right, guy. Yeah, I believe you. Nice little body block with the vills there with the shivs to get some extra value and extra damage done on those units. That was well played there by Scatterbrained. At this point, LaSh still is in a pretty good position. Things are precarious for Scatterbrained, but he does have a pretty good military mass now. Sitting on 30 archers and 16 Sipahi will make most people feel pretty comfortable. That said, 17 yeomen and 24 spears for LaSh. He's also starting to mix in. He's in age 3 now, so he's starting to mix in some heavy units. We got some knights coming in, as well as some men-at-arms with their dagger throwing ability, which we've seen used to great effect in games previous. However, big Sipahi raid coming in. Good round. Onto the vills they go.
Very good raid there.
Oh, they didn't quite get as good of a body block as I'd hope, but still excellent value.
Yeah, he didn't follow up there, and we do actually see the Mammoth Imperial Armory follow up now coming in as well.
MIA coming up.
Replaced it.
And moved it over
somewhere else. 25 villagers working on that now.
Probably making room for the well, that's
a lot of...
That's not where I would have put it.
Yeah, okay. I guess he's scared of LaSh's army just being there when he ages up.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
Get a
makes sense.
Blacksmith on that though. Because yeah, here's the army.
He's gonna lose the military school though. Sipahi diving underneath the White Tower. Don't want to do that.
Yeah, his military's out of place for this. He's got his military out and abroad. He only has the archers back home in his base.
Now.
Even when this MIA goes up, it's gonna take some time. gonna take some time for that MIA to even pay off. He's gonna need that mangonel sooner than later, and it's gonna take some time. Their archers are gonna find him anyways, though. They're right there. Does he see him? I don't think he sees.
The H-up has come through. He did, of course, see the landmark there, and now he's just gonna run around.
Looking for the
He's
vills.
gonna run around. He knows that something's going on there. Scatterbrained. He's sending his villagers around.
This feels so precarious. So precarious. And yeah, like to your point, idle time is not good. That said, resource bank for both these players is very similar, but Scatterbrained needs to get some upgrades. He's got them in the queue now. He did just get
Very
another
similar,
visitor point.
but one player has already gotten like 11 knights out on the field.
And that's the benefit of getting there first.
The yeoman, okay, LaSh, he just A-moved. The yeoman, they're just busy hitting buildings.
That's
moving back
gotten
now.
him before. The A-move has hurt him before.
Wouldn't be the first time.
And not
And
even the
Scatterbrained,
series.
he's got the vizier point on the TC in order to start like shooting the crossbow bolts from it.
Well, that's a really defensive.
So he's actually doing bonus damage there with the units inside of the TC there.
You don't see that one picked
Oh,
every
and a
day.
huge raid on the gold.
It's at least another 2-3
Villagers have
villagers.
been
Easy.
found. And Scatterbrained, his entire economy is just busy walking the entire time. He's not really like actively gathering here behind this. Always having to react as well.
One LaSh behind this, not only is his economy mostly untouched, minus a raid here or there, but he also has a lot of passive resources coming in. Scatterbrained's got some passive gold coming, but that's about it.
Yeah, very much about it now. Looks like there's a fight about to be taken here.
This looks dangerous for LaSh,
Some lots
though.
of Lancaster getting sniped before the fight, though. That's pretty good.
Archer is doing a lot of damage with those spears, getting a lot of value in, while LaSh just trying to move around and reposition. This could be bad, though. Connection on the archers. He needs a spy
It's
up
being
front.
taken.
Oh, this choke point feels
Just trying to
dangerous.
snipe out the spears. It's not that many spears remaining. Archer's also going down very quickly for Scatterbrained, though. Villagers now being pulled
What are they doing?
just to soak up some damage here.
Oh, man.
You know, it's a very active meat shield here that's coming in for Scatterbrained.
If he could just distribute the damage evenly amongst the villagers, that'd be fine. He does lose a couple.
Party attack speed activated. And he does manage to push LaSh back at a heavy price, though. He's lost 23 economic units this game.
Ah, it feels like a lot.
And more reinforcements coming in.
And he's losing more during this, too. LaSh not letting up, pushing with all he has. Bill's just scrambling. They don't know where to go.
Behind this mana upgrade is coming in as well. Scatterbrained, he's below 30 villagers now.
Scatterbrained may have won the battle, so to speak, but he's definitely going to lose the war with that kind of loss. You can't afford to lose that many villagers and keep going. I mean, that's just... and he doesn't have anywhere to put about the berries.
Behind this, there's 10 more knights with even more in queue. And looking at Scatterbrained's current army, he doesn't have what it takes to deal with that at all.
61 to 29. I know the numbers have been a little bit skewed, but we can at least trust the general gist that it's given us. Scatterbrained is definitively behind right now.
Yeah.
Well, he lost his one military school too, didn't he? Has he rebuilt any more since then? I don't know that he has. I mean, he's got the MIA.
No,
If
he
if
hasn't
you count
built one. Yeah.
If you count the castle landmark as something, I guess. He'll have a mangonel here in a second.
Yeah. He already has one. He's about to get Springles out instead. The raid does get found out, and there's just so many lances here.
Yeah, the next one's going to be a springled. Another meter might go down. Boy, Scatterbrained. Just taking a lot of losses. LaSh fighting for his life here, trying to stay in the qualifying round. I'm trying to think of what Scatterbrained could do to get back in this. This has not gone very well. Your opponent now
behind
has
this, the relics have been picked up as well by LaSh.
Opponent has 4
The only
relics,
thing missing really is now the capturing of the sacred sites.
which I'm sure will happen in short order as well. Springled immediately getting sniped down as well. Man, Scatterbrained just not able to catch a break here.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's just a body without limbs, just walking, bleeding out.
Just reminds me of Monty Python, the Holy Grail, with the Black Knight that just...
That's exactly it.
Bite your legs off.
Now, the last couple of Lancers inside of Scatterbrained space going down as well. And there's just nothing left. Desperation wall, though, here. The one relic that he managed to find.
Oh, this game feels all but over. But the good news for Scatterbrained is he's still got match point. So he's allowed... He can throw a game here and still take the series next game. LaSh was definitely
And then
due.
he could still throw another game.
He could throw 2 games in a row and still win it in the end. So LaSh needs the reverse sweep to win this. Scatterbrain's still overall in the driver's seat, but losing this game...
Definitely a setback.
Well, that's why we don't play just one game. If we imagine doing one and done, oh, I'm glad that we do series for these kind of things, because a one and done, like, anything can happen in any given game, but over a couple of games, you can get at least a decent trend.
I was wondering for a second if LaSh would now just consider to go Imperial Age, like just drop a Berkshire in your opponent's base, but he's still investing. We're getting the last manor tech in, and does have enough resource to immediately drop the 3 more manors.
I feel like you don't want to go Imperial when you only have 116 units total. Feels better to get a little closer to 200 first. Not that you can't.
But your opponent on the other side only has 62 units.
True.
And it's a moral victory if you put a Berkshire in the opponent's base.
I mean, he definitely was very conservative with the White Tower, so I would not mind seeing something a little more aggressive that says, hey, let's go to the next game.
Said some villagers actually gonna go down here on the deer. Let's get found out now, but he's already killed 40 villagers from Scatterbrained.
That's
he
a
can
rounding
afford
error.
losing 4 or 5 there.
Rounding error, you know, collateral damage, call it what you will. I don't think LaSh is too worried. It would take a lot more of those instances to bring Scatterbrained back into this, as we see some rams getting dropped down.
Now we're getting some rams here. Okay.
Ram Ranch is on the menu.
It is indeed.
Second town center for Scatterbrained in the back. So doing what he can. He knows he's behind, knows he needs something. This is one of those instances where, like, you're in this game and you're doing the motion, you're going through the motions because you know it's what you're supposed to do, and you know that if your opponent, like, decides to throw something somewhere, you could come back. Like, you have the only way back in this is to get a second town center, to get some eco going. But you're just so far back that if your opponent plays the way they're supposed to, it's just over.
Yeah. Now we should be getting to the point where the landmarks are just going to be going down, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and I feel like once the
rams.
first landmark goes down, like, Scatterbrained should realize, okay, there's no way for me to come back in this one.
And unlike last game, there's no holy island you can go put a red palace on. Man, I can't help but think that I've been in games like this where, like, I've been in the driver's seat, and then me not being the pro player that I am, I fumble the bag and don't get aggressive enough and just kind of get chipped away from all these raids. That's one thing Scatterbrained's done a decent job of, is trying to find some ratings, trying to find some value. The problem is it's 46 vill kills to 8. And here comes the Ram Ranch.
There they go.
Man, doesn't that just feel bad? The moment you get there.
Yeah,
One,
and
two,
now the last couple of
strokes of the blade.
villagers.
3 strokes of the blade and 3 dead
I mean, that
vills.
should be it, right? Like, he's losing so many
Gotta
villagers
be.
again. The last remaining landmark here as well. Well, not the last remaining landmark, but like the first of the last. Like, all the landmarks are next to each other. Scatterbrained just invested another TC.
There we go.
There we go.
It was over for a couple minutes. Just took him a moment to come to terms with it.
Yeah,
That's fine. It's still
they were bleeding out for a while.
Puts LaSh on the board then with a single win. 26 minutes and 31 seconds on Kurlager, giving him a point. But Scatterbrained still with 2, just needs one more game to seal his ticket onwards. LaSh looking for the reverse sweep. It was kind of a back and forth game there at the very beginning, but I feel like some of the fishing ships idling out and some of the different just back and forth felt like Scatterbrained, well, excuse the pun, had his villagers kind of scatterbrained. They're just kind of running around, didn't know where to go, didn't have anywhere he could put them safely, and that just kind of chipped away. And you can kind of see the graph right around Castle Age. Scatterbrained got up to Castle, but by that point, it was just over.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, pulling villagers for a fight can be the game-winning move because you're able to, like, just survive barely enough. right? Like,
yeah.
just having that little bit of meat shield can definitely make a difference. This time, though, like, just too many villagers got lost. We can see the economy count there. It just suddenly went downhill, and yeah, from there on out, just the economy not being there anymore. It's kind of devastating. We're gonna take a quick look here at our bracket at the moment, as Valdemar and Mister currently 2-2, still in their game.
Oh man, that.
Bottom side, we've got Core versus Scarlet Devil. Oh, Scarlet Devil actually beating out Sword of 3-2. That's very interesting.
That's a bit of an upset there, going the distance in that series as well. Congratulations
Saz
to
vs
Scarlet Devil.
Mahodo still going on. Same as Miomaika vs MSN, where Miomaika's leading 2-0 at the moment. The top right side, we've got Myriad versus Recon in the final to see who qualifies there. Okay. So we definitely have a lot of very interesting sets to choose from there.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do indeed. Oh, what a fun day. Again, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'll say it again. I really love the last day of a qualifying round because it's just like the urgency is kind of there. Everyone wants to punch their ticket to the main event, and this is the last chance for it. And so everyone just has just that little bit of urgency that maybe they had from the get-go, but it just really feels apparent right now as we continue with our qualifying rounds for EGC Masters Fall. It's been fun so far. I'm having a good time. Moving on to
definitely. And Mr. being like tied up right now in a series up against Valdemar also speaks to Mr. kind of starting to de-rust a little bit, I want to say. So we're starting to get into it. What was the map? We hear production there. They're 40 minutes into a bold land map now. Okay.
That sounds exhausting.
It does. It really does. Yeah. Next up, though, we're moving over to Archipelago. These two players, they do seem to like their hybrid or water map. So next one is going to be a water map with Order of the Dragon here for LaSh up against the English for Scatterbrained. Typically, it is LaSh that likes to pick English on Archipelago. So this one is maybe one where he just didn't manage to get his favorite civilization for the map here.
That said, Order of the Dragon I've seen used pretty well on this map as well. This map feels so chaotic sometimes because you don't know which spot you're going to spawn. Like the way the permutations work on this one, where you could, be across from your opponent or right next to your opponent, always makes for a very interesting part of when they have to scout where they are. And it turns out it's going to be north and west corners for the TCs, as Scatterbrained in game number 4 is going to be in the north corner as yellow English, and LaSh as the red Order of the Dragon here in the west corner. Just a stone's throw across from the other island.
Yeah, now we are getting into one of those water games. The beginning, of course, it's always dragging out a little bit just because there's nothing really happening in Dark Age, and Dark Age just also takes a little bit longer because players are investing into water. So right now, we are just waiting here.
It's all worth it for when the ships start blowing up, though.
Yeah. We can start thinking about the game a little bit. So chances are Order of the Dragon will make sprinkled ships. I think English might also be making sprinkled ships. Maybe an archer ship on both sides, actually. Could also see demo ships from both players. That tends to happen on water. A lot of unit choices there.
Yeah, you got, archer ship, demo ships, and if they're really feeling feisty, sprinkled ships. Tons of variety.
That's a very nice dock position, though, for Scatterbrained. Like, there is not much distance between that deep sea fish and the dock. Same for LaSh, though. Like, these are very nice dock spots there. Villager also gathering on the deer right next to the dock. Just a little bit of added efficiency there for Scatterbrained. Actually pulling more villagers over to the deer.
I say, at what point, how far do they have to walk for it not to be worth it to be on the shoreline fish?
Shoreline fish is the fastest base rate in the game at 1 food per second. And without wheelbarrow, I mean, I don't think you want to walk that far. I think it's good enough here. I don't think there's a spot where is LaSh. I think LaSh is on LaSh is on shoreline fish. So this is a good distance.
Yeah. I guess with wheelbarrow you might change the calculus enough where you go, that's worth it again. But Well, like you said, not a lot to talk about here in the early stages of this one. Almost 3 minutes in, and we're still in Dark Age, and will remain so for another couple minutes as both players gearing up on their docks and fishing, waiting to get into the feudal age where all the real action is going to be waiting for us. One thing to note, though, is with Order of the Dragon, obviously doesn't need as... The villagers are a little tankier and a little bit more efficient. But also, the interesting about Order of the Dragon, I always have to remind myself, is that they have tankier units, but that does not apply to both siege or to ships.
Exactly.
Those are just the same.
But they do have a better economy at the end of the day, right? Like, their villagers, just with the 28% bonus gather speed, it's quite massive. And how much longer did it take to produce nowadays? It's been changed a couple of times, I want to say. I think it's like 23 or like 22 seconds for an Order of the Dragon villager. So it's not like a massive difference. Definitely not for the amount of bonus gather rate they have. Yeah, 23 seconds. So
I think it used to be 24 when they came out.
Yeah, something along those lines. So yeah. So you're not that far behind the villager count and have much more efficient villagers. We do have the Abbey of Kings now coming up here, so also makes a lot of sense why Scatterbrained pulled the villagers on the deer there right next to the dock, because he will want to put the Abbey of Kings also on the shoreline or to heal up all the ships there.
That's gonna make for that's actually a really fun play to see. I'm just thinking like the healing rate, because the docks heal as well. I wonder what the effective healing rate would be for a ship that's in the influence of both of those. Lock and Chapel, no surprise here from LaSh. Wouldn't make sense to go mine work when you need all the extra resource gathering on the wood you can get. You know, at some point, these players need to figure out where their opponent's at. They don't actually know, like we said in the beginning. They don't know what permutation of map they have. They can only guess at this point. They will need to scout out. We do see the first fishing boat already out.
LaSh is moving out there, yeah. I'm not sure if you can immediately tell just from seeing the berries there that it's not.
I don't know that
the side of his opponent.
Maybe they could.
Maybe he saw the relic there as well. I'm not sure if he saw. I don't think he saw the relic actually, because if you see the relic, then you know immediately, because the relics are only on the outer island. Yeah, he didn't see the relic.
I didn't get to see it.
So there's no way that he could tell. I want to say.
Answer the question in chat. Healing does not cost resources when it's coming from a building like that. If they were to pull a repair, however, using the ships to repair each other, that would cost wood.
So H-Up has come in, so now the king is going to be in queue immediately. Also getting a sprinkled ship in from Scatterbrained. The king is always such a nice unit to have on these hybrid maps, because you can just put him inside of a transport ship and carry him over to your opponent's side.
Yep.
And then you'll immediately have a unit to contest your opponent. On the other hand side, though, Order of the Dragon, they only need a single spearman to contest the king, just because Order of the Dragon spearmen, they're kind of a good unit.
They're pretty dang good.
Yeah.
I always love, when I watch these kind of maps, and whether I'm spectating, watching, or even just playing sometimes, I always love when you get a really good amphibious assault. And you get a transport full of units, drop it off, and then they go just wreak havoc. There's something very satisfying to me about that. I'm just a sucker for a good amphibious assault. Still looking. I don't think either player really knows just yet. Still looking. Now he will know. Now
knows now. He sees the ships there. I think maybe. I mean, now LaSh also knows where Scatterbrained is on, right? Because the ship came from the top side, so he needs to be on the top side as well. We have the transport ship now also coming in. LaSh does spot that out with his scouts, so now he knows, okay, I now have a knight inside of my base. Is he gonna add a spearman? He is rushing up the barracks right now. Very quickly.
It's gonna take some time for that spear to pop out. That knight would get a chance.
King's not moving in yet.
Little ship's taking a shot.
Now Scatterbrained.
And that might be
falling back a little bit, doesn't it? Oh, needs to be careful, needs to be careful. Demo ship went all the way around, and Scatterbrained is losing his first sprinkled ship. That's massive.
Meanwhile, behind this, Knight almost gets the kill on the Vil. Oh, one shot away in the corner there from getting that Vil. But loses the ship.
That's pretty massive. And LaSh, now he's got a lot of sprinkled ships already out and more in queue.
LaSh, of course, looking for the reverse sweep. Move on. It starts here. There's that spear we were talking about.
There it is. It's going to start with the poke, and look at that. That's a lot of damage coming in with just a couple of hits.
That's just a Dark Age Spearman. That's not even upgraded yet.
Hasn't been hardened up yet, yeah. That's going to come in next. Villagers moving back out to the gold.
There's that Vil under the TC that's just like 2 HP in a dream. Got lucky that the naval battle is happening at the same time. LaSh in a really good spot here.
Ooh, he's going for the Springle ship there. And that Springle ship is going to go down. Great pickoffs here. Destruction value for LaSh. Very high up already in this game.
You mentioned at the beginning a couple of games ago that there's such a snowball effect on water. Yeah. And we're seeing that kind of play out here where you lose a couple ships in the beginning.
Oh,
and that can almost seal it.
That Scatterbrained is... No, for a second he was really close to being able to click Admiralty. That is always like such a big game changer on water with English. And in fact, he is actually still very close to it. It's just one button press. One button press away now. It's almost got it. Instead, queues of a couple more demo ships. Oh,
good
snipes
shot
the archer ship.
Excellent micro.
Oh, he's sending the transport ship all the way around the other side. And now LaSh is sending... LaSh sent the... No, is that both the spearmen? He sent both of the spearmen over.
Both the spearmen.
But the archers from the villagers from Scatterbrained are archers.
Yeah, that probably went on well. I mean, it's a really tanky couple spearmen. You know, a big naval fight here in the middle. Back and forth, both players losing a boat.
But now the knight is coming back onto the land side from LaSh.
Demo ship coming from the side.
Demo from the side.
Coming from the side. Lands.
Big connection. Oh my god, the connections. Another one. He's getting all the ships. No way. The turnaround. And the spears from LaSh haven't connected yet at all either.
Blink and they are gone.
And there's 2 kills. Scatterbrained killed 2 villagers already. With the king. The spears just now arrived. The villagers run back, but there's the TC. There's a TC!
If he just garrison, he'd get the spears taken care of, but I think his attention is so split between the naval battle right now.
It is.
This is the hard part about water.
Had to make a new spearman now.
With how fast things develop on the water, your head has to be on a swivel. You gotta be looking left and right at the same time, which is just so hard to do, even at this level.
It is.
And those connections earlier. Demo ship popping out. Is gonna get a sneaky shot? No, I'm just gonna make that one go up with the rest of the group. There's the short bows you're talking about. And that might be a dead spearman right there. And sure enough, 1 down, 1 to go.
A spearman dead. Ooh, a little bit of a wonky screen there.
That was kind of a cool effect.
It's always nice to suddenly have like surprise seizure.
Shout out to Cow's PC for continuing on the fight.
Fighting the good fight.
Fighting the good fight. Short bows take care of the other one.
King went down.
Oh, yeah. King down, spears down.
Yeah. Scatterbrained did take a good trade, though. Looking at the destruction value, he is now very far ahead. He's got a lot of food in the bank right now as well. I want to, like, can we please get Admiralty in? Wait, it's already in? Wait, he already has Admiralty? Can we check the range on the ships? It's 7 tiles? How much is it for LaSh? 6. Oh, he's already got it in. I didn't even notice that. Oh my god. That's pretty massive.
That just makes it so much more difficult then for LaSh.
LaSh activated movement speed ability. But now that he activated it, he doesn't have it anymore. Doesn't have it available anymore. If he needs it later, though, like, he couldn't retreat anymore if Scatterbrained were to surround him with demo ships.
I like that he's using the stealth area over there on the water for the demo ship. Just kind of hiding it in all the seaweed over there. Waiting for his chance to maybe come from behind.
Definitely be a massive maneuver there. Scatter. So much food in the bank.
A lot of demo ships.
And both players just now going for massive amounts of demo ships here.
Time for some fireworks. Here we go.
There we go. Connections trying to come in on both sides.
Almost. It's one.
Doesn't find the connection there. Oh, it looks like there was a connection for LaSh, though.
Yep,
just a small one. And now it's men-at-arms that are making their way over to Scatterbrained's side.
Oh, Scatterbrained can't see this very well.
Ships!
No! Right in the middle!
What?
Pop goes the weasel and a lot of
on
weak
the other
ships.
side. What is going on? He got distracted by the men-at-arms inside of his base at the worst moment in time. There was another one!
And
what?
returns the favor.
Done. I thought it was
Hit
gone, but it wasn't. No. Wow. Oh man, this is...
Do you still have your eyebrows after all those explosions? Because I don't know if I do anymore.
Finally,
might be gone, huh?
you get the market in. Wait, Scatterbrained, he doesn't have access to the gold, so he's just going on to stone and has a market to sell stone. He needs a king back. He could just buy back the king in order to take care of that one man-at-arm.
I'm loving these stealth demos, just sneaking around. So dangerous.
I think both of them are just trying to think about, like, go for an age up here potentially. Oh, Scatterbrained doing a nice move here, sending the villagers out to the next island. He could go for a nice king's palace there on the island, so he would have 2 TCs there.
That'd be nice. That would really help scale the economy.
Yeah.
A lot of demos from LaSh. That's a lot of sparky boom ships waiting to go. One gets sniped out from Scatterbrained.
Second one.
Another one.
Scatterbrained needs to kite a little bit.
And gets another. 2 more still. 1 more. Could be close. Gets it. Good kiting there.
Very close. Still doesn't have a lot of gold, though, available to him. Just been selling. Wait, the villagers actually... When he sent them over... Oh, he sent them over to LaSh's side, but LaSh also sent villagers. But his villagers have short bows! His villagers have short bows! Scatterbrained, take the fight! You got the short bows!
He's dropping the white tower.
He's building a white tower. And LaSh doesn't see it, didn't see it!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god!
Like a thief in the night!
Oh my god, but there's a single man-at-arms coming in.
Oh, that
But the white tower is going to come up in time. I think LaSh noticed the villagers. I think he saw the villagers. He sees the white tower now.
I think it's a great idea that he put the white tower down first instead of fighting with the villagers, actually. That's going to prove to be such a great strategic choice. He'll lose maybe 1, maybe 2 or 3.
Should only be 1.
Should be worth it. Maybe 2.
Yeah, it's got to be 2.
2. Garrison. There we go.
And now fight with the vills.
And now fight. Go fight, win.
Or just a single knight. Yeah, knight's coming in. Scatterbrained, he doesn't have any gold at the moment.
Oh man, I can't
All the villagers evacuated here.
While we've been busy with that, the ships are moving out again.
LaSh, he's building something else on the second island there now. Upgrade is coming in for Scatterbrained. Oh, it's gonna take a while though. Yes. He needs a couple more seconds. You activate the ability on the ships.
Knight, meanwhile, taking care of the bills. Oh, but they're stuck.
The wraparound! The wraparound!
Oh, no.
He's losing all of the sprinkled ships. In an instant. Just when the upgrade was about to hit. The entire navy goes down. But he has control over the island. Right now, if Scatterbrained sends 5 villagers to the other island, he can lock LaSh down. Like, there's limited wood. There's very limited wood.
This game is so tense. Even with the navy gone, the fact that he moved out already is so huge for him. And he could sneak that one across right now. He's got a short window to do that.
And there's a trebuchet now as well.
Goodness. This has been a game and a half.
Oh my god.
LaSh trying to take
water
down the
map
docks.
sometimes.
Smart play from LaSh, getting down the barracks, trying to fight freaking the middle island there, but I think a white tower could hold this, though.
Scatterbrained doing a great job. Going out to middle here, immediately dropping down an outpost just to have vision over here. He needs to know when his opponent moves out to this area.
That trebuchet is going to prove very, very important here. Spears coming out.
Oh, Scatterbrained.
Get on the vills.
Line of sight. And there we go. Goes down. Spearman comes out though.
He should be able to see, and he's got those there. This is a knight, but I think you're okay with that. You see what's going on. Needs some archers and stuff, though.
Is he gonna lose the spearman though? He's gonna lose the spearman to the keep. That's pretty massive as well.
Yeah, this island's very well secured by Scatterbrained now.
Second island's also being secured. We're entering like this checkmate position now, where LaSh just does not have wood access at all, and there is no neutral trading post here on this map.
Yeah, there's no excuse on the there's no extra way back in this one. LaSh though has a supreme navy at the moment. Impressive even.
Very much so.
So Scatterbrained's got his work cut out for him to get back onto the water, but he has the resources behind this. There is a world where you can build up enough towers and stuff that have emplacements to force the opponent's ships back while you're I mean, considering that LaSh is in age 2.
Yeah.
Scatterbrained's in Castle Age still, so he just needs to find a way to get this navy off the map and he wins.
Maybe if LaSh like gets like 5 men-at-arms, something like that, inside of a transport ship. Wait, he just sent something over. He just sent something over to the other island. It's just villagers though. It's just villagers though.
It's not gonna work. He's got no choice, no chance. To put it as my grandma would say, a snowball's chance in hell right now of keeping those villagers on that island. There is just
and there's
no
an
way.
outpost coming up. That coming in as well. And there's the sprinkled emplacements that are coming up. Oh, the Burgrave Palace.
The Burgrave Palace, he's trying so hard. That actually can maybe do it.
Come on, villagers jumping inside. And the other outpost also has the emplacement on it.
If he gets that
look at the last spearman there. It has barely any health. There's no way. There's no way. This landmark is not going to go up. There, and he's just torching it. He knows that if he just torches it, LaSh is going to lose out on so many resources. There's no way. Landmark goes down. Villagers have to evacuate.
That's it.
Ragnar's Cathedral inside the base of LaSh, but you don't get access to relics.
Oh, I feel so bad. And here's the thing, though. LaSh is not going to give up. LaSh is not going to say GG.
He really is
going to make Scatterbrained
No, he's not going to give up.
Out.
Yeah, he's not going to give up.
has to win it on water somehow. And look at that navy. So now, but Scatterbrained is in age 3 for so long, and he's got the resources now.
LaSh is gonna just try and take the sacred sites, and Scatterbrained is on 0 food per minute at the moment. So Scatterbrained needs to get his economy going again, which he actually is actively doing right now. He is actively getting his economy working again. And he needs to he needs to somehow get back on water again. Maybe like sprinkled ships still do damage. Like sprinkled ships still like outrange everything in like from Castle Age on water. And they still do decent damage, so maybe that's a way for him to like get access to water again with some sprinkled sprinkles there.
I definitely agree that LaSh needs to go take those sacred sites. That is his win condition right now.
Yeah.
What a game! I don't think I've ever seen a game on this map quite as exciting as this. I've seen some pretty exciting games on this map, but this one is taking the cake right now. This is just incredible. The back and forth has been just on another level.
Definitely has. Monastery has picked up 2 of the relics there.
Is there even
also
room
picking
to
up
put
the relics on the other side?
Those islands with the sacred sites? Is there even enough room for that?
I think so. Yeah, like these
Our production's saying
look
most
like
of the
there's
time
enough room.
No. One of them looks like there might be enough room.
I don't trust
the other 2
production.
maybe not. I don't. You don't just tell me how you really feel. Cow is enjoying Crackety very much today. A lot of stone being gathered from Scatterbrained. I definitely think he needs to find a way to get some docks. The tricky thing is, like, you can build a dock and get a couple units out, but where do you put them? Where do you mass up?
I mean, he can't really make anything, right? Like, he can't make production buildings. He doesn't have wood. He cannot make any more ships either. It's like stuff.
I mean, if you're Scatterbrained, you just like, I mean, you can make a bunch of trebs and just like long range snipe out those springolds maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of
that's
trebs.
an option. I mean, like
maybe
3
the
4
shattering
trebs.
projectiles? No? Is shattering projectiles on that? You are English.
Yeah. It is an option. It's like one of the only options that you have. Like, look at that. It actually works.
Yeah, not bad. That might be the way to do it. The boats are having a hard time there.
Ooh, there's a knight.
Yeah, that's a tanky boy.
Very much so.
Trebuchet not going to be able to do much against that.
We have a second TC for Scatterbrained on the island.
I love when a projectile like from the trebuchet just lands next to you and it misses and doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Scatterbrained, he could also just age up with the Berkshire. The Berkshire itself has enough range to allow you to guarantee like get back on water as well.
Excellent idea. Yeah, that would definitely do it.
So many relics as well.
Well, and he's got time too. Scatterbrained has time because the sacred sites aren't under control yet. LaSh has only got one. Second one popping up right now. Look at all those ships. What a precarious game we find ourselves in. 24 minutes and 30 seconds in. Scatterbrained wants to repair this
outpost. Let's get the repair in. Spring placement now in there as well. Only lose one villager for it, so that's quite fine for him. And he is getting very close to his own age up now as well.
This is like what Age of Empires is all about to me. Just these crazy back and forth, like out of the box strategies. This is why water maps belong in the game, because sometimes you get something like this. I feel like when the creators made this map, whoever worked on this map, like this had to be the idea in mind, right? Like there'd be some back and forth like this that makes it fun. I feel like a kid on Christmas, man. This is just something else.
I'm gonna tell you who this is not fun for at the moment. That's LaSh.
LaSh, yeah.
He's just stuck.
Fair enough.
Oh, he's making horsemen right now, but in theory, horsemen is like the last thing that he can afford because they cost wood.
They cost wood.
You can't afford that.
He's gonna be chopping every tree down.
It's much better for him right now to just gather like a ton of stone and just drop like 2 keeps here on this island in order to have access to the wood there.
There's that Berkshire you're talking about.
There it is.
Put it a little closer to the edge, but
I'll put it much closer, and the ships are moving around towards the side.
That's true. That's true. Gotta be.
Is it gonna be in time? Oh, he's not going for it. LaSh isn't going for it. So Berkshire is gonna go up, and that is gonna protect the shoreline here entirely.
9 minutes on the sacred timer now. So LaSh doing what he can, but it feels like once Scatterbrained gets this up and gets going,
he can make
might be a tough one to hold.
Yeah, he can make the Carracks, and LaSh just certainly cannot make anything like that.
And this right here is going to seal the deal.
Down.
Yep. You know, once again, we're getting proved that you can lose water initially and still win.
Yeah, Scatterbrained's done it twice now in this set.
Twice. I mean, this dude is... This is a legendary water performance we're seeing in this series.
It's only lemonade for Scatterbrained. He does not like water. He just... he does not respect it.
Carrick's coming out. This will be it here. LaSh stuck without a whole lot of options.
Man, so his game plan at the moment, like he's just making horsemen. I'm guessing, yeah, this is his move out. He wants to move out towards that bottom island now with a lot of villagers and some units.
It's just amazing to me how many of these games have come down to like one play, one key point in the game, and this one being getting that white tower down on the southern island. Like that was the game. That's the game, you know, like that doesn't happen, and then Scatterbrained just loses essentially.
There it is. But because getting ready for the move out. Has enough stone for 2 keeps. Scatterbrained, he could get a bombard inside of his base. Oh, that's a lot of demo ships though.
Ooh, good pickup on the demos.
Archer ships though to the defense. Is gonna be enough. Saves the
That was a
carry.
good initial push. Scatterbrained, though, just has too much. Here comes the landing. Amphibious Assault is a go. Storm the beaches, boys! The Marines have landed.
Just needs to put up some nice keeps here. And cement himself on this island. There it is, keep number 1.
I have some crossbows and you can see that, but not enough there.
Is he gonna notice? Now the attack notification has come in. I suppose I'm gonna go down. Now, at this point in time, yeah, this is the moment where Scatterbrained needs to start thinking, okay, but he does have the resource in theory, just get some bombards in.
Needs to
Knights,
decap the
do
site.
try to go for the decap. Is he gonna get it? Ah, Knight barely goes down. Just needs another transport, one more Knight.
That's 7 minutes to get them done.
Plenty of time.
Losing those 2 relics won't feel too great.
There we go.
But it's not like Scatterbrained doesn't have gold.
Yeah, and LaSh is now fine. Like, LaSh has a lot of resources in the bank, and finally he's getting the wood in as well. A lot of villagers there with wood in the hand, just not dropping off yet. There we go, now they're dropping off.
Yeah,
they realized
players have access to all the resources. This is not a done deal.
The demo ships again.
Either. Demo ships doing really good work.
Every time it's a demo ships.
Just can English close this one out? Because now he's got to get the decap on one of the sites. It's 6 minutes. He cannot forget about it. He needs to get another unit out there. He's letting it tick down, and I'm getting a little worried that the window, like,
oh, he's got the monk there. He just needs to click it.
I guess the check hadn't cleared yet. The monk's waiting to get paid first.
And LaSh, he's finally getting wood access again. And there we go, decap comes in. Monastery has been taken down. And LaSh, now he's actively just pumping out horsemen. And
there we go.
Oh no, Scatterbrained, he's just making more archery range. Just the perfect thing for the horsemen to answer to. But if Scatterbrained takes down all the docks, there's no way for LaSh to bring the horsemen over to the other islands.
He's got an oppressive navy now. That sacred site's still counting down. The monk's just standing right there. There we go. Finally gets canceled out.
LaSh, the sacred sites. The sacred sites has been all of LaSh's gold income for a while here. And now LaSh is gonna drop a keep inside of Scatterbrained space. But to be fair, that's where most of the food income is on at the moment for Scatterbrained.
Yeah. I think his villagers could just... Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, he can shoot a little bit. He's got the king there as well. I think he should just shoot the villagers though instead of the horsemen.
The horse. Yeah, I agree. Instead, this keep will go up.
Yeah.
He can inflict some pretty good damage on this though.
Ooh, Scatterbrained doesn't have all of his carracks there. The villagers are just fighting underneath the arrow fire from the keep. Is he actually gonna just torch it?
Wow, that was like 0 damage. Oh my goodness.
That's kind of...
I really thought that would do more, but man, that torch damage from villagers is pretty much negligible.
Yeah, that tickled a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
It like broke one window.
Scatterbrained, he's barely got any wood income at the moment. I'm wondering why that is. He does have access to all the wood in the world in theory.
There's another town center. He's just so heavy on gold right now. He needs wood.
Oh no, the transport ship.
It's gonna get there.
No.
Or will it? Will it?
Oh my god, it was so close.
Oh my goodness. By an
One
HP
volley
and a drain.
away.
Wow.
And now the horsemen can reign supreme on the main island here. Scatterbrained honestly should just like forfeit this main island. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no resources there. And finally, yeah, he is getting the bombards in. And with that, he's going to be able to easily take down the keep there. Easily.
All those horsemen just aren't ever going to die.
Yeah. Not in this lifetime. And that's just a little bit of wood here that LaSh eagerly is soaking up. But he's got no gold.
In range.
LaSh, he's got no gold. He's only getting the gold from the sacred sites. If only Scatterbrained knew that, he would just, like, deny the sacred sites. Oh, a couple of horsemen. Are these couple of horsemen actually just going to be enough to kill all of these crossbows? They might be. They actually just might be.
No.
GG comes in.
actually throws in the towel and says, all right, I'm done.
What
a game.
What a game indeed. Oh my god.
I don't think I've ever seen such a back and forth on a water map quite like that, in that dramatic of a fashion. So many clutch plays, both sides. Man, what a series this was. This has been an exciting series. Games coming down to a single click in multiple games. You just don't see anything like this normally. This has been incredible to see. GG's to Scatterbrained taking it 3-1, and LaSh putting up a pretty good performance himself. This one will go down in the ages, I think, and one of the best qualifying series I've ever seen.
Definitely one of the qualifying series that we've ever seen. That was like the games were very, very, very messy here between these two.
Man, what a fun time that was. I don't know if I have anything else to add. Like, I was just incredible. Come back, losing water, but getting the onto the island at the perfect time, hitting the white tower, and then bringing it back from there. Like, well done, Scatterbrained. Like, that was just a really fun watch.
Oh man. So Scatterbrained is going to be moving into the finals here.